Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh, welcome back to That Dude Talks podcast
That Dude Talks Pod!
with your host, That Dude Chris, and our friend Uncle Sam.
That Dude Talks Pod!
Like and subscribe and follow and whatever.
That Dude Talks Pod!
We got some cool guests that I can't wait to talk to.
That Dude Talks Pod!
That Dude Talks Pod. That Dude Talks Pod. That Dude Talks Pod.
That Dude
Talks Pod.
Coming to you from the Annex in downtown Corpus Christi, it's That Dude Talks with Chris Longoria. And now, here's your host, that dude, Chris Longoria.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yes, back to the That Dude Talks podcast. I'm your host, that dude, Chris Longoria. Thank you, Uncle Sam, for that beautiful radio introduction. I don't know why it took us this long to think of doing that, but that's freaking awesome. Today, it's been a couple of weeks. I understand that. Sorry for everybody that's been a follower of the podcast and been listening every week. Unfortunately, my brother died. My best friend, Gabe, the man that designed this beautiful logo, the man that designed my logo for all my merch, passed away a couple weeks ago, and took it hard. I had to take a couple weeks out to myself. Had to regroup. We had his memorial yesterday. It was hard, but I needed to come back. So it feels good to be back, and it feels good to have the first episode back with some great guests. The two guests I have today are the winners of the semifinals?
Semifinals.
The semifinals
Yeah.
of the Rock Hard Roast Battle, Corynne the artist and Bobby Peña III. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank
Returning
you.
guest, Corynne the artist.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Bobby Peña, first time on the show.
Longtime fan.
Glad to have y'all.
Yeah.
Glad to have y'all. For anybody that doesn't know, if you've been listening to the podcast, I've mentioned Bobby a couple times. He and Ronnie are both the ones that run CorpusChristiComedy.com. They do amazing stuff for the scene. They share every show poster, every flyer. They share this podcast, the Slow Roast podcast. They make it a point to let everybody know who's following the page, what's going on in the Corpus Christi comedy community. So thank you, Bobby, for all of that. And on
Our
top of
pleasure.
that,
Much appreciated. Yeah.
Yeah.
We really, I love the fact that we're doing it. Ronnie starting the page and then getting busy and then asking for me to step on, on board and
Yeah.
everything. And it is right in my wheelhouse. I'm coming back to comedy. So me being able to help and do whatever I can to make sure that we grow as fast and as best as we can is awesome. And I'm grateful to be a part of it.
heck
doing
yeah,
that.
man. I'm grateful to have you, because even without doing that, prior to doing that, and even still to this day while doing that, you on your personal
Right.
page have always been such a huge supporter
Thanks,
of
yeah.
everybody in the scene. Anytime I had any type of post about a show or anything, always commenting, always reacting, always sharing. So I greatly appreciate you for
Thanks
that,
for
'cause
that. Yeah. So
it helps out. It helps
Yeah,
out big time.
awesome.
And mention a couple things for the people that have been watching the show every week. You may notice a little bit of an increase. Shout out to our sponsors at Belleeah's Apples and Treats. We got lighting now.
Yeah,
Very
You can
nice.
actually
We
see what I
fancy
look
now.
like here now. I don't look like I'm hiding in the shadows interviewing people.
no more emo podcast for you.
Darkness, everybody. Darkness.
Darkness. Nah. Belleeah's Apples and Treats, not to be sacrilegious, said, "Let there be light" on the podcast, and
Yeah.
there is light. Thank y'all so much. I greatly appreciate them.
That's so cool.
No, this is amazing. It's, no pun intended, a night and day difference. So thank y'all so much to my aunt and uncle Jesse and Esmeralda Lopez. Go visit them at Belleeah's Apples and Treats. I'm gonna do a commercial during the commercial break for them. Throw in their
That's awesome.
what they have to offer and throw in their address. So, and then another thing, another addition to the show. This beautiful logo right here that Gabe designed.
That's gorgeous.
The amazing Raulphie, the bartender, comedian in Corpus Christi. She is probably going to be on an episode coming up with Ronnie and myself. We ran a fireworks stand together. She got me that for Christmas, and yeah, I love it. It's made out of wood. the guys, I'm gonna put their stuff in the description as well. They post up at the Art Walk
Oh, nice.
right in front of the
The bus.
no Retro.
Okay.
Right in front of Retro. Every month they have their
They have
setup.
a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, they have they do like animated shows. They do like classic movies. They have a whole bunch of different woodworking that they do. And me and her went to the Art Walk last month or 2 months ago, and we saw them. And I asked them, "Hey, can y'all do custom like designs?"
Cool.
I said, "Yeah." I said, and I showed them both of my logos, and I said, "Yeah, we could definitely do something."
Oh, sweet.
I just had that in mind, an idea. And a lot of times when I say something like that, it takes me forever to finally go about getting it.
Okay.
And on Christmas Day, she pulled that out, and like she heard me talking to him, overheard that, and got it for me. So Raulphie, thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. It was such a thoughtful gift.
And then the fact that it just fits right there.
I know,
Right
it's
now.
the perfect size.
Yeah, man.
And it even matches your branded shirt. I was like,
Yeah. So thank you to Belleeah. Thank you to
All in
Raulphie
line.
for this beautiful gift. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And this gift means even more to me because my brother that passed, like I said, Gabriel, he designed this logo. So it's cool to like see it every time and think about him. So
Sure.
but anyway,
We'll
before
always have a piece-
before I cry about him, let's get into it, man. Y'all both did the roast battle on New Year's Eve.
Right.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I missed it because I was
In the fireworks.
filming.
stand.
I was
Being
I
lame.
was
I'm just kidding.
running the fireworks stand. What did you
I
say?
said being lame.
Yeah. No, I wish I could have gone, man.
Nah, it's okay.
Oh, okay. I just got some info right now. We'll get back into it. Brass Monkey are the guys that did this.
Oh,
Find them on
nice.
Instagram and on
Okay.
Facebook. Like I said, I'm going to put their info in the description as well. But yeah, no, follow them. They do amazing
Yeah, they
work.
do.
That's a good name.
Yeah, Brass
Monkey
is
I like
cool.
that.
And they
Like,
have
that's cool.
we have
I'm gonna bust into the Beastie Boys.
right?
Mhm.
Brass Monkey.
Right.
Yeah.
Funky monkey.
But no, so y'all did the New Year's Eve roast battle at the House of Rock.
Mhm.
You went up against Beeville's Albert Salazar,
Yes, I did.
and you went up against
The number one ranked.
quote unquote favorite, the
Yeah.
quote unquote number one ranked.
Indeed, yeah.
My personal opinion, homie should have never been number one ranked in the first place.
Yeah.
Every time he does a
Nice.
roast at freaking Mesquite, I get it. Does them all the time, but they're freaking middle school jokes that are basic as shit. I've seen so many better roasters, so I wasn't surprised that you beat them.
Well, I wish I would have talked to you before, so I wouldn't have been nervous.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said it.
You're
On,
right, Chris.
I said it on the podcast that I felt like
Well,
you were gonna win it.
Oh, I appreciate
And
that.
also, I think I alluded to it'd be cool to see. I think I've said it multiple times. It'd be cool to see the two nicest people in the scene end up against each other in the finals.
we had talked about that
Yeah.
kind of early on.
Yeah,
Like, how cool
wouldn't
would
it
it
be
be if
funny,
us-
right?
Yeah.
Like, what a turn on its
Yeah.
head, you know,
Yeah.
the typical roast battle, how it's kind of set up and
Yeah.
things that we would be go on as far as we would, and then be in the finals is crazy, you know?
I feel like
Yeah.
usually
But
when you
awesome.
pjust like the roast battle, when they're like cocky and all mean, and we're just gonna, if either one of us wins, we're gonna be all, thank you so much,
Right,
so
right.
happy to be here. Hi.
Yeah. I just wanted a bucket list check off kind
Yeah.
of thing. In the
Yeah,
beginning.
Yeah.
And
and
then-
you said that too.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
said that too.
Mhm. But yeah, we each
Yeah.
beat 3 people to get to where we're at.
I know. So,
So-
we both worked hard to get here,
Right,
which
exactly.
is nice. Yeah.
So your gauntlet, you totally massacred my boy Uncle Sam.
I thought it was close.
No, that one was a
That
really.
was-
that
I
was,
think that
like
Uncle
I said,
Sam is-
to this day, I will maintain with how quality both of y'all did.
It was
Yeah.
insanely
It was the
great.
best battle of the roast battle
Yeah.
so far.
I'm the only one that broke 100 against Corynne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
my
wow.
you're the only
favorite
one
was
that.
when I got off stage and Sam was like, "I'm the only one who's came the closest." Like, those are your laurels, Sam. Yes, he's
Yeah.
the only who's.
Yeah,
Sorry to Albert and Rowan, but he was the closest. He was indeed the closest.
Well, with y'all's, I thought for real that it could have gone either way.
yeah,
Yeah.
y'all
Because
both did
You
really
guys
Very
had
good.
good,
quality
yeah.
roasts, and it wasn't like just easy pickings or
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
things that were, you know, way out of left field.
Yeah.
They were tight, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So it was a shame that you had a.
It sucked that
we had
y'all
to
were
face
the
each other so
first
early
round.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have destroyed other people's.
Yeah. My thing with so yeah, I know I didn't mean to say massacred him. The second round,
But
you
it's fun.
totally massacred my boy Roland.
No.
Roland Alanis, God.
I thought he would have learned not to do so many big jokes.
Well, I'm gonna get to that as
Okay,
well.
Yeah.
And then in the third round, Albert Salazar as well.
Well, yeah.
And then your road was
Jay
Jay Everett,
Mhm.
who was very, very confident that you had no chance.
So
Yeah.
confident.
Was very
yeah.
confident. Wasn't even caring about you. Was already looking at who he was going to
Next.
face in the second
Yeah.
round.
I find it funny because I've told you before too that Jay's the only reason I even signed up because he
Oh,
was
wow.
at Rich's talking mess about how he could beat anybody in town, roast anybody, and he accidentally locked eyes with me and said that.
Oh,
And I'm very competitive, and I'm
Okay.
usually always trying to tamp that down. I was like
Awesome.
in the car, son of a, because I wasn't gonna sign up, and I was like, you think you can beat anybody? Huh? And so I was looking forward to be like, well, let's see how you do.
So then
Yeah.
you beat
Yeah.
Jay in the first round.
he was really confident, and that was one of the good things leading up to that.
Yeah.
With all of the social kind of
Yeah.
jokes and jabs, trying to make sure that I saw chinks in the armor and trying to get an advantage any way I can because he has that false bravado.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's I mean, in a roast, you kind of have to be like that
Yeah.
and just come out, thinking you can do so well. But yeah, it's a little off-putting being a competitor to somebody like that.
Yeah.
And then so it was awesome that I did. I've that I come away with the win.
Yeah.
But I think what helped me then too was his over dramatizing the whole event with the mink stole and
yeah.
the
Didn't he
ring
walk out with?
girls
Yeah, I
and-
was gonna
The
say he
ring
walked out with ring girls.
Yeah.
I think he lost some of the people who may have been on the fence on who to root for,
Yeah.
and then it
Like,
seemed
this
maybe
guy's
I'm
way
more
too
underdoggy. Yeah,
He came out very Conor McGregor esque,
right.
and people don't like Conor
I mean,
McGregor.
if you do, you do, and you're
Yeah.
going to be with him, and I get
Yeah.
it. But
But
there's
that's a
some-
real easy way to turn people off.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
And then
Dude,
in the
you're gonna
sec-
have to do it really, really well.
Yeah.
Right. And I think if he would have eased into like the first couple of jokes,
yeah.
but he came out like that and then came out hard.
yeah.
And so some people were like, ugh.
I complain also is he also just only did for I mean we've had this both sides. There's just weight jokes.
Sure.
And the crowd gets tired if you don't
I mean, we're
switch it
Corpus
up.
Christi.
That's all I know we've all heard these before. And if you just continually do weight jokes, you're like, okay, I mean it was funny the first 3 times, but we have to do 10
Right.
rounds. You
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want to hear like yeah.
Who'd you have in the second round?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian, which somebody that it's hard whenever you don't come out in the scene and don't really
Yeah.
get to know
Yeah.
anybody.
So I had to
So
do a
you
lot
kind of
of,
have to
with him, it was
all
podcast.
pedophile jokes.
Well, 7. So 10 fat jokes, 7 pedophile jokes
so
in a 10-round thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that makes no sense because you give off nothing about pedophiles
that's the thing.
at all.
But that would make me a good pedophile. I'm under the radar.
Bobby, you've got to stop
Bobby,
saying things
hold
like
up,
this.
wait.
God damn it.
One second.
My
Hold up.
babysitter career is over.
Bobby, is there something you want to talk about?
No, there's really not. Remember,
funny,
this
too,
is a
because-
comedy.
Because later
podcast.
too,
I'm-
Bobby was
that-
all like, "You
that's
don't
a-
understand." Like, I love kids. We're like, Bobby, stop, stop. We
How
all
far?
know
How
he's
far? How far in are
Yeah,
we?
let's- we'll edit.
I'm gonna clip. I'd be a good pedophile for Bobby.
just the screen cap only right there.
the screen.
Adrian will be like, "I knew it."
So yeah, that was very off-putting with a lot of that
Sure.
stuff because
Yeah.
hey, everybody that knows you knows that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're gonna say
Yeah.
one joke, okay, we
Yeah.
get it. But,
But
then,
then
some
7
some of his jokes were like a pedophile joke, a fat joke, and then something else within one round.
yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so it just seemed like a lot of people were kind of getting tired or like.
I feel like he may have seen like what me and Ronnie did, and then where I did that little 3 jokes in a row.
and that works. I think a time or
But
two.
so the whole thing with that is I did that. It was 3 jokes in one, right?
Mhm.
But he did that for every round.
right.
But with that, it was the 3 were completely different subjects in
Exactly.
3.
Yeah.
When I was with Ronnie, and Ronnie's here with us right now. Shout out to Ronnie
Woo!
Fryar.
The unofficial host.
My boy.
It's just
I like how you're like, I don't want him on because I have to change the name. I'm like, it would still be a dude talking. I mean,
yeah, but now that my buddy passed, I don't want to. I can't.
no, but
change
yo,
it
you
up.
don't have to
Yeah.
change it because you're both dudes. It's still a dude talking. You're
Well,
not gonna.
he's constantly going to be on the.
Yeah, I was
on
like,
the
I like how
show.
I'm like, you wouldn't have to change. You're still a dude talking
Well,
either way.
So my thing
You're like,
is, and
that
we'll get
dude's
back
talking,
to.
now that dude's talking.
No, once we'll get back to the. Okay,
Sorry.
we'll get back.
Semantics.
We'll get back to the
Anyways,
bad.
I'm
So,
sorry.
once I figure out like.
Mhm.
Once I'm able to streamline editing and everything,
Yeah.
me and Ronnie are probably gonna do another podcast.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
I want to do like
nice.
an offshoot. I want to have more than one
Okay,
podcast,
that's cool.
Oh,
but
that's
I'm
cool.
still
Fun.
figuring this out and
Yeah.
figuring like editing and all that to where it's quicker.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
then And then we'll
gotta
eventually
get this
get into
baby out of
multiple
diapers
podcasts.
first.
Yeah, for sure. Because I do want to do like a sports one with you too.
Oh, okay.
A comedy sports one would be fun. That's an idea that we had tossed around. And an actual sports, not like Roland's where I'm not stealing your stuff, Roland, I promise. I'm going to put actual sports with Ronnie and Chris Longoria.
That would be awesome. I think we're due for that.
Yeah, so we definitely have some stuff in the works, but until then, I'm going to constantly have them on, and we're going to just get that camaraderie, and we're already comfortable with each other, but figure to where we're a well-oiled machine, and then,
one day he'll give you that
if you
ring,
want to see
Ronnie,
us on our own podcast, this is what we have.
Oh, nice.
So,
That's cool as heck.
But, all right, going back to it.
But your three, they build on each other.
Yeah, so all three of them,
they were
all three
cohesive
of them,
at least. Yeah.
Right.
and my thing was, I knew I watch a lot of roasts,
Okay.
a lot of roast battles. I watch Roast Battle League a lot,
Okay.
and I know, like you are with everybody else doing fat jokes, 10 rounds. If you do it 7 rounds, it gets annoying.
Sure.
It gets
It does,
tired.
Yeah.
Those 3 jokes that I had, I knew they were all gay jokes,
Okay.
and I knew if I did it in different rounds,
Right.
and we're like,
Yeah.
okay, you're beating a dead horse.
Right.
Yeah.
So as opposed to doing them in separate rounds and tiring people out, shotgun,
Yeah.
just bang, bang, bang. Okay, funny.
Right.
Got the
Yeah.
gay jokes out of the way.
Right. Yeah. And
As
that's,
opposed to different subject. You're just elongating a round.
right.
So I don't know if he saw what I did and thought, okay, I could do that.
Well,
But
and-
he didn't. But I never explained to anybody except for Ronnie that's how I explained to him. The reason I did that, and that is because of this.
Mhm.
But I didn't really explain to anybody why I
Okay.
did that.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
if it needed
for
to
everybody-
be explained, but apparently it did.
Well,
But
yeah.
I understood why. I'm like, oh, it's cute because they went together. And
Right.
Exactly.
And I understand they do like one little rapid fire, like because they weren't super long either. So you have a couple short ones. If you use one short joke during a roast, it feels awkward. You got to like beef it
Right.
up a little.
And there's
Yeah.
different ways.
Yeah.
Like different places have their things like it. Their roast will be you look like and then fill in the blank however it is.
Yeah.
And for the 5 to 10 rounds they'll have, or it'll be just open, however you want to do it, but it's like a sentence, just not the 3 or, and then ours was a little bit, since it being the first year, kind of a feel out kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think we had a meeting, we kind of all, I thought, knew the rules or the things, but
Look, I'm gonna be real. I don't even think Joe knows the rules. To this day, I don't think Joe knows the rules.
Yeah.
well,
I was up until the day of the first roast. We asked him what are the rules. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna figure it out." And to me, it seems like he still hasn't fucking figured it out, and it's so fucking frustrating as a fan watching it.
I can understand that, and especially with my last one with Adrian. I mean, not the last, but the Adrian's one. They had been coming out after round 5.
Yeah,
Take a break, get the audience.
Yeah.
Hey, how we doing? Everything.
yeah,
With ours, and I looked because Adrian's was so many per round,
yeah.
and so I'd look over at Joe, like you're seeing this, you're hearing this, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so then he wouldn't do anything, and I didn't want to come off whiny or anything, like because I know at the second or third one,
I feel
I
like you
looked
also
up to my
didn't get
left.
the whistle until recently.
Well, yeah, that's true. But then
But-
round 5 goes, and
Yeah.
I'm looking to my left,
yeah.
and he's not coming out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go.
Yeah.
My
He's done that a couple. Like I've had it happen twice now. Like with me and Sam, he came out on round 6 saying round 5. And I'm like, oh, okay.
We're gonna
And
have
since
an
it was my
extra.
first roast, I didn't think to prepare extras, or I didn't write down my extras. So I was like,
No.
"Bap, I'm done. And then he did it again just recently with Albert. He came out. He was like, did I just count wrong? And I was like, it's fine. I was ready. I had
Oh, good.
extras this
Nice.
time.
Yeah.
And he was like, it still shouldn't have. I'm like, it's okay. Like it's tough because with the banters, it
Sure.
gets confusing. I get that.
Yeah.
but-
I get it. It's his show, and I'm 100% overstepping on this. But sure, this is your show. We need a different host for this. We need a different host for the roast battle. A roast battle host needs to be high energy.
Okay.
High energy, get everybody hyped,
Mhm.
like a freaking you watch UFC. Do
Sure.
you know freaking Bruce Buffer?
Yeah. Let's get ready.
High
to,
energy,
Yeah.
get everybody excited, get everybody
Yeah.
pumped up. The crowd is hyped for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is very monotone, laid
Yeah,
back.
the last time
It's
it
like-
really seemed like it was a little.
And then watching your video, he seemed super lost
Mm,
in it. And I was like, I can't get into it.
right.
And you know, I don't even feel bad about saying this because him and his people openly shit talk me on their podcast. So fuck it. Anyway, but no. So and then after Adrian, of course, you
Sweet
had
tea.
Sweet Tea.
Or Sweetie.
And now with having
I love
with
the way I
having
did that.
I've been trying my best to not like give people advice and stuff, especially if the other person isn't there.
Oh,
I don't want to help like give them.
sure.
But since both of
Even
you,
though technically it is allowed. Like,
Yeah.
Joe was trying,
Right.
It's
No,
funny
no,
'cause
but,
I
like,
feel
on
like
the
he's been trying
podcast,
to encourage
on the
friendliness,
podcast,
but I
yeah.
feel like poor Bobby, with a lot of them, your rivals are getting angry.
yeah,
And I'm like, why are y'all getting mad? This is the whole point.
I mean, yeah.
We're supposed to be
Especially-
having good fun with
Right.
this.
And
Yeah.
Joe, I think in the beginning had
Yeah.
said
yeah.
how it's going to bring us together and stuff.
yeah.
And I love the kumbaya kind
Yeah.
of thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a roast battle, dude. This could
Yeah.
get, it all depends on
tough.
everybody's temperament and stuff. And mine it's different than yours and
Yeah.
everybody else's. So
and do y'all okay? So do y'all know that Roast Battle League is like a actual thing?
well, just recently I
I
It's-
don't
Dean
actually.
signed up for this.
So Roast Battle League is a professional roast battle league. It's called
Oh.
RBL,
Okay.
and I think they just like so much so that they've gotten like sports books let you bet
Oh,
on Roast
wow.
Battle League.
Oh wow.
And I think they just signed some contract to be streamed on something on a bigger platform.
Oh heck
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
But their thing is like, they're on YouTube right now. They do it from like the Comedy Mothership, the Comedy
Oh,
Store.
okay.
Like they go around. But one of their major things is at the end, y'all have to hug it out.
No,
Oh,
nice.
Y'all have to hug it
nice.
out. Y'all
Entourage.
yeah.
Hug it out, bitch.
And so yeah, if y'all before y'all's, if y'all want to watch some just to get some like cool inspiration
Well,
out of it
I'll
and
have to
stuff.
check it out. Yeah.
I have been watching those.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
So,
the ones that are filmed in Chicago,
yeah.
and there's one other Atlanta, maybe.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I kind of looked at.
But they have like a whole seating.
Right.
They have a whole bracket. They
Yeah.
have like a real like
and then
it's-
so they've
yeah.
had like, well, last year you went up against, or like last round, last time. So you're like, oh wow, there's like seasons, or
Yeah.
or whatever, because someone had met somebody else, like in Atlanta, they had said, because they travel to a
Yeah.
couple of different comedy stores and stuff, or comedy places, and so it was neat to see. Oh yeah, last time this guy said this about him, so his retort is going to be based on something that happened months ago.
Yeah.
Like wow,
Yeah.
okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I just started getting kind of familiar with that. We started.
Yeah, I looked up a couple. I mostly watched like whatever roast I could find on Netflix.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find more online too.
I'll send both of y'all
Oh,
some
I'll
clips and
appreciate it.
stuff.
Thank
They're
you.
really
Yeah.
there's some really good ones.
I feel like I
but-
can't keep saying anymore. I'm not a roaster. I'm like, damn it, I gotta.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
y'all
say it
are
anymore.
definitely roasters.
All
But
your three-
especially if you're in the finals
Yeah,
of the
right,
roast
right,
battle.
right.
Finals. And that just sounds mean. Now, like I'm sorry.
Now,
Well, the funny thing is
yeah.
when I first, so I was kind of delusional. I bought into the whole Joe way of thinking it's going to be fun. We're gonna
Yeah.
have fun. It's going to be a cool way to get
Yeah.
more involved with the group and stuff. Me being the oldest and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I started doing research. I'm like, oh, what the heck was I thinking? Like whiling out, and they're it
Yeah.
cuts, and
Yeah.
stuff. And so me learning that, I talked to Jay Everett after y'all's initial one,
Mhm.
and I had said, hey man, if it's okay with you, because you were hyped up after yours, and you said, if anybody,
yeah.
and I guess I asked,
But
I
that's
asked
the
him,
pro wrestling in me.
right, and
that's
I
a
get
pro
it, and I
wrestling in
totally
me.
get it. And so I thought it was early on, and I said, Jay, if it's cool with you, I don't know if this is really for me. I'm really a nice guy, and I don't like to say, mean things about anybody, because
Yeah.
I know there's some things to say about me, like 2 things. But
he's like, I'm not
I
gonna name
said,
them here with
if
me.
it's
here.
okay with
Yeah.
you, Chris wants to do it. I'll bow out, and he could just take my
And he
spot.
did not want the smoke.
Oh my gosh!
He did not
He-
want
I
the
didn't even
smoke.
know this
I know
happened.
Jay
Oh my
Everett
gosh.
was definitely scared of Chris Longoria
I didn't-
whooping his ass.
I didn't know he was
going
gonna
to
take that turn,
roast
Jay.
battle.
It's got a lot to say for a guy who didn't sign up though.
Well, there you go too.
Someone's got to keep you in check, Chris.
You're right.
Oh, yeah, love.
But then once you got the taste, you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
once I got the
it's
taste,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
FOMO hit in big
Right.
time.
I like to
Alright.
say me and Sam
I get
made
it.
it cool.
We did.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things I thought about, Bobby, because you're in the finals and you wanted to back out
in the beginning
before it even
yeah.
started.
I know,
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's wild.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
But then after that, I'm like, okay,
What
just
could have
zero
been?
in and let's
Yeah.
do some research. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
And then when the way Jay said no was like possibly like how you said it. He didn't want to go up against you after seeing what you had done, or he thought he had a way better chance against me. And that was the part I fixated on. Was like, okay, well, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm new, but yeah. like that. That was going on in my head.
Well, let it be known, I'm saying it way ahead of time. Chris Longoria is putting his name in the roast battle 2.0. So all y'all motherfuckers that were scared of me this time, I'm coming for all of y'all. I'm going to the finals, saying it right now.
That dude roasts.
So I'm going to be against one of these two people in the next one. Jay Everett, you can't hide. Anybody that has some shit against me, that's talking shit about me, let me roast your ass. None of y'all can hide. I got all of y'all's asses. I'm coming for all of y'all. Uncle Sam, I love you. We got you. Ronnie, I'm not coming too hard at y'all. Love you guys.
We just have a
We'll just have
podcast.
a good fun time.
Everybody in the podcast goes up against each other with a special edition.
And that's the bottom line, because Chris Longoria said so.
Amen.
But that being said, yeah, I think I'm thinking about entering the roast battle next time.
Oh, I think I got that impression.
I think I might.
Word on the
Just
street.
considering it, maybe.
I'm considering it.
I want to be terrible and matching. Like, sounds fun, Chris. You ready to flip and go?
So
I would love to go against both of y'all.
Nice.
So okay, let's get into
He
some
says
more
that now,
stuff
but
that I
then
want
he's
to.
like, I don't want to compete against either
No,
one
no,
of
no.
those fools.
So my thing with this is yes,
Mhm.
everybody for both of y'all went way too hard on the fat jokes
They really did.
to the point where
I
like
even tried to warn Albert, and he did not like.
Yeah.
Because I talked, because I like Albert, but we've barely talked. We've only
Yeah.
had like the 2-minute talk before a show,
Yeah.
and so we did one phone call in December. Because I said, I asked him, I was like, "Do you want to do like a roast day where we can like a
Yeah,
first
yeah,
date
yeah.
questions?" Because I said, I don't even know what you do for a living. I don't know how old you are. Like, I barely know. And so he was like, "Yeah." So we talked for a little bit, and like, I got his age, got what he does, and I told him, I said, I don't know if you've watched, because I had posted the other two battles. Like, I don't know if you watched it, but they did a lot of weight stuff. And, I was like, I'm not trying to give you advice as my opponent. But, like, it'll be fun to try something new. I was like, and so this will help because I knew they didn't learn about me. But, I mean, Sam tried. He got a little bit from Cody. And I tell everyone, like, Cody's very bribable. So I don't know why no one's even tried to ask me anything except for Sam. I know, because for Roland, I got Miguelito, and he was happy to tell me all his stuff. And because I heard Roland was making a team. So I was like, well, crap, I better get a team then. Okay.
Okay, hold
See,
on.
and that's the craziest
Wait,
thing.
Yeah.
wait. Okay, I'm over here getting super confident and getting at everybody because I
Yeah.
know I could beat everybody else in this community.
Mhm.
But
Jay Everett, or is that you?
no, I'm a good comedian. Anyway,
Oh, dang.
He's practicing now.
Yeah.
I'm practicing now.
Uh-huh.
It's a little taste, buddy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
You have to
So,
stop it for a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, I was super confident against everybody else. But you did take down the Avengers when you took down Roland because I was a part of that writing team.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
dang, I didn't
Ronnie
know
was
that.
a part of that writing team.
Ronnie's all, don't put me in here.
Hop on it, Ronnie.
All right, hop on. There we go.
I want to point out, no one has taken the advice that I've been giving them to beat you.
Okay.
And the
What
way
is
to
it?
beat Corynne is you got to make the crowd not like you.
Mm.
They're not going to make them not like you by saying, fat jokes and dumb shit
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
right? It's got to you got to make
That's
her
gonna make them.
evil
That
to
makes them
women,
love
right?
you even
Yeah.
more. That makes
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That makes them want you to win even more.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
underdog or more.
So no one ever took my advice out of that. Everyone's like, the low hanging fruit, like Sam
Yeah.
said.
And you could take that same. You
I
could,
like at least Sam's were creative. Like I loved the
Yeah,
pothole
yeah,
one,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I enjoyed those
His was
ones,
creative.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Roland, whenever he went up, he just hit that topic way too much.
From
it was
the
like
start.
Adrian and
From
you,
the
you
start.
know?
Yeah.
Well,
it was
not
just
from the
like
start. The first one was good. The
Well, right,
compliment.
right.
Yeah.
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 And dude, me and Roland have talked about it since then.
Yeah.
If he did nothing but compliments, I think he would have won.
I
I was
think.
trying to joke, 'cause I feel like I don't know if he
had
likes
a
me
lot
anymore
closer.
now. Last time I was like, hey, he's like, hey. I'm like, okay.
I would like to
Fine.
second that one. That compliment was like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right?
Why?
Dude, and
Yeah.
me and him talked about it.
Yeah.
Me and him came up with that.
It was good.
He
It was good.
we were
Chris saw
talking
this
to each
one, I
other.
take credit for it.
Well, he said, wouldn't it be funny if I did this? And I was like, dude,
Yeah.
not wouldn't it be, dude, fucking
it.
start that
Yeah.
way, but
Yeah.
you have to go first.
Mhm.
And because it caught you
Yeah,
off guard.
it
As
did.
soon as he said
Oh,
it,
that's
Yeah.
right.
what did he say? Corynne is so pretty.
You should be in beauty pageants.
And you're like,
I was
What?
I was like sweating immediately.
What?
Neck. I was like, stop.
what?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he should have just
Excellent.
kept going with the nice and then
Yeah.
slowly
And
gotten
slower.
into being mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as if I had taken it too far.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, do you think? And everyone's like, Chris, like he's gonna be mean. All y'all were like, he's gonna be so mean. I was like, okay, so I only had mean things.
Yeah.
So I was like, if he goes nice the whole way, I'm screwed. That's it. Like, oh no, yeah.
But you earned like super kudos when you had the burn book that was 3 times as big as the one he
Oh,
pulled
I
out.
know.
Because he had such a good reaction, and then yours.
As soon as you whipped out, he had his book out, and then
Yeah.
as soon as you whipped out your burn book, I
It
was
was
like, he's fucked, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
because his burn book got a reaction. Everybody
Yeah.
who knows him knows
Knows
about
that he
the
loves
Regina
Mean Girls.
Georges and all of
Yeah.
this thing. So it was cute, and it
Mhm.
was a nice little audience kind of pumper upper kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then when you brought yours, I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like a grape. It's like
Yeah.
so wild.
I
Yeah,
know,
I
and
know my family loved it.
Oh, thank you. I know. I saw we came to the back and like I didn't know he had a burn book with him. Like 'cause
Oh,
he had all this stuff hidden,
that's
and I had mine
classic.
like in my little bag too. And I pulled it out to get on stage, and I just see him like standing there with his, and I'm looking at mine, looking at his. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was like, I didn't know. I'm sorry, man.
You're apologizing
I
at
know.
a
I
roast.
did apologize. I know.
Do you
true.
do you have
so
all
nice.
of the
Mm.
all of your rounds on Facebook? I mean on
Yeah, I put
YouTube?
my ones on YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the links in the description for all of her roasts. But I did y'all's. This is the first episode I actually took notes for.
Oh, nice.
This is the first
wow.
episode
I
So
actually took
special,
notes for.
Bobby?
Freaking
Lie, my
freaking
God,
you-
we're
yeah, yeah, this
somebody.
is-
mounted. Like
I'm rolling out the red carpet for y'all. I
Oh,
took.
yeah.
I
You
prepared
have a
for
live
this.
Well, the
audience?
finals
I mean,
kinda
man.
brings
I have a live audience.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
people have come up and introduced themselves.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
came up and introduced
Oh,
themselves. So yeah, I rolled out the
heck
red
yeah.
carpet
Great
for
time.
the finalists.
There
For
you
the
go.
finalists.
I'm
So
somebody now, Bobby. I like it.
so one thing that I want to talk about, and we're already talking about the burn book.
Okay.
In every round, Corynne has done something artistically
Crazy,
creative
crazy,
Yeah.
for
crazy.
each with each opponent. Yesterday when we were watching the roast battle,
hmm
like, okay, so first against Uncle Sam, you did the caricature.
So I only did that because I was creeping around and listening to you on podcasts, and everybody was running their mouth for their boy and how he was gonna win.
He is my audio
I know.
engineer. What was I supposed to do? I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
pick against him.
Okay,
He's
that
gonna
makes
ruin
sense.
all the
Yeah.
audio if I
And
didn't.
then I think I heard you on this was either in a movie or this one. You were talking about how you had talked to your caricature artist for your like advice. You had a caricature artist friend, and so my mom was like, "He got
Was
a
this
drawing
one?
of you. He's got a drawing of you." I was like, "Damn, he probably does." So I better have a drawing back. I was like, "I'll be flipping ready," and then I look and I'm like, "He doesn't have any paper on him." I was like, "Son of a viewer," but I was like, "But I worked on this. I'm pulling it out. I'm not gonna not use it."
That was awesome.
And
Yeah.
so I did that one for Sam.
Well, then
Okay,
I
so-
loved how
know what's
Tina
interesting?
immediately.
Uh-huh.
My buddy, that's the caricature artist. He goes by
Yeah.
Jeremy the Artist.
Oh,
Oh
how
So-
no way! That's funny.
I know
That's
two
so
the artists.
funny.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's wild.
Nice.
Chris has met him. We met him in Austin.
Yeah, we met him in
they're-
Austin.
Oh,
Great
very
guy,
cool.
real good dude.
Nice.
That's
I had no
awesome.
clue.
But yeah, immediately once you posted that, Tina Aquachina's like, I want to be roasted so I can get a
Yeah.
picture.
I know when we went backstage, Blake too was like, I just want to sign up. I'm not even gonna roast you. He's gonna be like, I
I
drop
want the
out.
pic-
Where's my art? I'm like, where's my piece? I'm like, sign up. Yeah. And I knew that if I drew, I wasn't planning on drawing one. I was just gonna do it the one time.
Okay.
Because I knew that if I drew Roland, I'm like, I'm gonna have to do this for everybody now. But and so then I was like, but then when I was sitting there, I was kind of
You should
looking.
give it to me.
I was looking at pictures of Roland for the Mean Girls like video,
Mm.
and I was like, man, he would make a really good wanted poster drawing. Like I could
Oh.
see it. I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
okay, one more drawing. And then that's how the burn book got so big because I wanted to keep it hidden.
Okay.
And so I had to find my biggest sketchbook, and I was like, well, I should turn it into a burn book.
Oh,
And so I did all that.
that worked out so good.
Yeah, it was really fun. And then I had fun making the titles for it, which was nice.
Yeah, so Sam's was the caricature.
Yeah.
Roland's was the burn book.
Yeah, his was a wanted poster, which I titled Unwanted by the end. But yeah.
Oh, so it was the burn book and the wanted poster. That's right.
Yeah,
the
the burn
unwanted.
book, I just used it to hold all
I
my jokes. I had
forgot
written.
about that. That's right. You
Yeah.
did the unwanted poster.
Yeah, 'cause I had
But you
it-
did it different.
Yeah, I had I covered the top with a blank piece of paper, so it just had his picture, and I said, "What would you title this? Would you title it?" I was like, terrorist, groper, stalker, and I was like, "Oh, I know." And then I ripped the top off,
That,
unwanted
that was so good.
instead
Yeah.
of wanted. Yeah,
That was really good.
yeah.
And then we'll get into it.
Then I had
We're,
Albert's.
we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about it in order.
Oh, okay, okay,
How to
okay.
order too, though. But
Yeah.
so screw it.
So
You
who
were-
else was
you
in the
were-
group though?
You were already beating. I'll look back into it. You were already beating them, but I think the knockout punch was the fairy tale book
Oh, for Albert.
for Albert.
Yeah.
You were already beating him at that point, and then when you
that
brought
was
that,
originally supposed to be my number 10. That was what I was
Oh,
supposed
wow.
to end on.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but we ended up doing 11, but it was fine. And so, yeah, I had because Albert does, I can't remember them off the top of my head now because I know I'm saying them wrong, but he has like covers of children's books
Right.
he's made. And there was one of them where like, don't make me spank you in this HEB. And that one cracked me up every time. And I was like, dang, what if I really did draw a children's book of him? It would be funny to have, because I know he only does the cover. He doesn't do like the inside and make a story.
Just the cover.
And so I was like, I've got to do it. And I was struggling forever to be like, well, I wanted to read like a kid's book, but still be funny.
Yeah, that would have been good. I thought he was going to do that for the roast. I thought that would have been a good, thing to at least get the 3 boom, boom, booms.
Yeah.
Because I love that part of his act when he pulls those out. They're freaking, I think the crowd loves it.
Pictures so I could put them side by side.
Yeah. And then I really thought he was going to have a song.
I did too. I thought for sure he was going to have a song. I brought a lot of props this time. I couldn't help it.
I want to get into it.
You had you set the bar. You have to go,
Yeah.
I get it. And we all appreciated it.
There was another comic who was like, she's becoming a prop comic. I was like, I know. He was like, but you did do it well. I was like, thank you.
No, so when you do it right.
Yeah.
And when it's a roast, you can do whatever you need to.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna bounce back to something else about the fat jokes, right?
Yes, sorry, that's where we were.
There's a way to do a fat joke to where it's not hurtful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody was doing it to where it was hurtful.
Right.
Yeah.
And mean. You could do a fat do a fat joke where it's funny.
Yeah.
I do fat jokes about myf where it's funny.
Right.
If
you don't want to punch down.
Yeah.
You want to make it sure that like
I know
everybody
there's some who argue like
sees
there's no
that it's
punching down, but
humorous.
it's obvious.
Well, I mean, some of it is, but there's going to be a way where there's half of the audience or a good portion of the audience that's going to go, ugh, and not give you the response that you're looking for. So that shock isn't going to work, for the roast.
I don't want to be mean to Roland, but the whale one, everyone, their mom has heard the beached whale. And I was like, I want to be like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
And like, if he had managed to change it a little bit more to be more creative, like if you get creative with it, people like new things, even if it's the same dumb topic. Like, change it up. At least it's more entertaining.
Right.
But I was
absolutely.
like, I think he got booed on that one. I
was
like, I'm so sorry.
It's. But I'm gonna go into yours first.
Okay. I did go first in the match, so
you did go first.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about yours first. It was really cool. No, we're gonna get into yours as well.
You know we're gonna get into yours.
Y'all started with the handshake, which I thought was cool. Was that on you?
Yes, because we shook backstage, and I said, "Hey, do you mind if we shake hands on stage?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." I was like, "Okay, perfect," because I had something planned for later with that, and so we went up there, and so he forgot for a second. I walked over. I was like, and he was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." I was like, "Oh, that's right." I was like, "Yeah." So we shook hands.
So I really like that y'all shook hands, and we'll get to it. But I like the reason. The reason
I usually do like to shake hands with my opponent backstage, and I did that with Zach. I told him like, "Good luck, fist bump," and then he flips me off and walks up on stage.
What a loser move!
I was all, "What the hell, man?" Because like we'd been so nice to each other. We'd be like, "Hello, rival," all kidding, and I go, "Good luck," Sam. He's like, "Good luck, Corynne." Actually, just fist goes, and then walks out. I was like, flipping. I was like, wow, he's proud of himself now.
I did that to Tristan.
That's my boy.
You could see the smile he has right now. He's like, I regret
laughing his
nothing.
ass off. He's like, I'm proud of myself.
Okay.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
So you started it off by bringing out a guitar.
Yes, I did.
You hack of a proc com.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
It's not even my
I'm
guitar.
kidding.
I had to
And
message my friends like, can I
even.
borrow your guitar? And she was
That's
like,
so
yeah.
funny.
She's like, what do you need? I was like, it should look acoustic-y. She's like, I have one that's a bit both. You can borrow this one. I was like, oh, perfect. I was like, does it have a strap? She was like, yeah. And Jay actually helped me put the strap on the back. He saw the guitar first and he was so pumped.
Yeah.
Like, can you want to play? I was like, I took guitar one. He kind of looked at me. I was like, you'll see. Don't worry about it. I got it.
So you brought out the guitar.
Joe was all concerned. He was like, do you need to hook it up? Do you need sound? I was like, nah. It's good, man.
So you were alluding to the fact that he does music humor.
Yeah. So originally Albert was, I found out that Crashed Out Comedy used to be Crashed Out Records. And they were actually a band first. And a lot of the, I think Adon and I don't know who else, they started a long time ago and they were a rock band. And he's been in at least 3 rock bands, Albert himself has. But then he started doing comedy. And so he kept the label, but changed it to comedy at the end. Instead of Crashed Out Records, Crashed Out Comedy Records still. And so I was like, I know he's a musician and he does have several songs. I've heard some of them and they're pretty funny and I like them.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Macho Man.
And I thought of I even told Ben Man about it. Like I hadn't fleshed it out completely, but I thought about teasing him for having the guitar. And so I brought that guitar out and and I was so terrible because I put it on. My whole plan was to even strum it once. I was trying to remember how to hold the fingers from my one guitar class, and then to go but I'm not gonna do that because it's gay as hell. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It was such a great way to start it.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was.
It was a really great way to start it. It was real funny.
When I watched the recording back, it was so funny to hear me go oh my God, she plays too. And I'm like,
No.
That's not what the artist means.
I'm sorry. I was
That's
like,
not what the
I'm not
artist
musically
means.
inclined. I wish I was, but I have no sense of rhythm. It's bad. That's one of the real reasons why I didn't become a stripper. I have no sense of rhythm. I wasn't kidding when I said that.
No, it's
You'll
the
be
small
Elaine, like
hands.
Elaine up
Oh,
there.
wow.
It's the small hand. Shout out to Cody for that.
Yeah. Rudeness.
Oh wait, Ben Mann isn't on the episode, so Cody's not gonna watch.
Probably not. Yeah.
Oh no.
Call back to the episode we
He
put
didn't
out.
even
this
watch
week.
the whole other one. He was like, it was an hour and a half. I was like, wow. Thanks for being supportive.
I have to do it in like increments of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, keep watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Keep getting the views. Dude, your rebuttals were great.
Gosh.
They were so on
rebuttals
point
were
this time.
really
All of the
good.
ones have been, but I
Oh,
thought
thank you.
you guys had such a good flow, you especially
Oh,
in
thank you.
between. And I think that
That's because the
the people
rebuttal
who might
stressed
not
me
have
out
been
the
in your
most. I'm
camp-
like, I don't know if I'm good at them. I always
no,
get
you were
worried.
there was no hesitation. You were immediate. They freaking flowed real good and
Yeah.
they hit. And it was just impressive. Like,
Having
oh, hell yeah.
having to Google who Stephen Hawking was really funny. That was
Thank
really
you.
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
And then you also did the daddy issues joke where you said
Oh,
you could
yeah.
pretend that the sweater is him hugging you.
Yeah.
That was so
then how he-
quick and so it was such a good punch.
And then the way you talked about how the buttons were stressing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stressing. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well, because like not to
he
be mean,
did
but
the
most
fat
of the
joke
comics
and
who
then
pull
yeah.
the weight out, like I'm like, you're not exactly running 5Ks like Uncle
Yeah,
Sam over
exactly,
here now, okay?
exactly.
Like,
And well, he just bragged earlier
Mm-hmm.
in the night to me. So I said, "Ooh, look at you." He goes, "Oh, I finally could fit into this one." I went,
oh,
"Well,
it's
you
funny
know,
too because I
fit
had
maybe be
one of
the
my, like,
operative."
plea pan rebuttals had been like, thanks for dressing up, because I thought for sure he was gonna be like with Jen, like just wear his little band shirt and
Yeah.
an old jeans.
Well, and you
then-
didn't know he was going to do a magic mic in the middle and just show
Oh,
everybody
I didn't know that. Yeah.
all his business.
Yeah.
When he
Oh,
stripped down
so-
his boxers was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump to that real quick and then we'll come back.
Okay,
So
okay.
you did
That was at the end though.
that was after the storybook, right?
Yeah, he did after the storybook.
Do you know why he took his pants off and did that?
I have a guess, but I'm not sure.
My feeling for it, and I'm not putting words in Albert's mouth, but I feel like he knew his last joke was nowhere near as good as what
What
you
he
did.
Oh,
So he just
okay.
forego. He said, I'm just going to forego my last joke, even though it's really, really funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he said, I'm
that's
just going to
right.
show you my underwear.
Yeah.
And my mentality, and I looked at Raulphie when we were watching, and I looked at her and I go, he knew his last joke was going to flop because of how good the book was.
Okay. In my mind, I
So-
thought maybe he thought he was wearing wrestling underwear and then was mistaken.
Oh,
No, there were luchadors on his.
Were they? Okay,
Yeah, they were
they really looked like
luchadors.
Squishmallows from where I was standing.
Yeah,
and
I know,
even
they're
asked him and he
luchadors.
said yes, and I was like, oh,
Oh.
okay, so they were luchadors. Okay,
Yeah, they were
thank you.
luchadors. But
Yeah.
I thought he just knew that he had no
Yeah.
chance with his last joke. So fuck it. I'm wearing.
I'm going to turn on the
Yeah.
ladies with these
Yeah.
white legs.
Yeah.
I could be wrong,
It might-
Albert, and if I am, my bad, bro. But I just feel like
Tell
that
us in the
might have
comments.
been might have been what
Yeah.
his mentality was with
I felt bad
that.
when I was putting the video. I was like, should I have this part in? I'm like, but it happened. So
Yeah.
I was like, zoom in. But I was watching it. I was like, why is he touching his belt? And I was really worried too because before he went on stage, he told me he really had to pee.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
he's gonna
no.
do it. He's gonna pee on
He's
stage.
gonna pee on
Oh.
stage. No.
Because he said he didn't want to have to run off like what happened
Like
to
Jen.
another comic.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're gonna have to wet yourself. He's like, I might. And I was like, oh my god, he's gonna pee on stage. It's happening.
I
we
thought.
would have made national news.
Yeah.
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 I thought it was funny about the guitar being gay as hell when you did
Yeah.
the. You're the only person that people were like, please just play Wonderwall.
Yeah.
That was so
100% too.
funny.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I like
Um,
that.
That was good.
the G string joke was cool. I
Thank
thought that
you.
was funny. The only G string he pops is the one on his guitar.
Yeah.
And he tried to have a comeback to that.
Yeah,
didn't
he did. He just said
Yeah.
the letters, and then I was
Yeah.
like, he's thinking, and
Yeah,
he
it-
stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hoping that it was going to come to him as he was saying words.
Yeah. The
And-
greasy Slim Jim joke.
That was
Was-
half from Mark. I really appreciate
Yeah?
that. He gave me that months ago. And then I added the truck stop part, and I feel like really helped fill it out more.
What I loved about that is it was so funny that Albert visibly laughs.
That was my favorite, was watching him laugh.
He
It made me laugh
visibly
too hard on
laughed.
my own.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
He visibly laughs and he like it's like that joke was so good. The opponent couldn't even. Ronnie got me on one of them. Ronnie
Yeah.
got me on one of them like that,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Yo!" Like I gave him his props on the mic. I was like, "That was a really good one."
Yeah.
And that could have really fucked me over and like gotten people to like I could have lost because of that.
Yeah.
But he did one was so good. I was like, dude, that was a freaking good one.
I know I
So,
laughed
yeah.
at one from Sam. I don't remember which one it was anymore now, but I know there was at least one where I was like, I genuinely laughed at. I was like, damn it, that was good, and it cracked me up. And so it's nice. I think it's more fun when you make your opponent laugh. That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
It's like it
absolutely.
should be funny.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It should be good. Yeah.
I really liked how you owned the fat jokes by saying
Yeah.
we all have eyes. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
you
Get it.
with that.
Mhm.
Not only did you like you defended yourself and everything, you totally took all the wind out of any fat joke he already said
and
is coming up.
Yeah.
So
I did
anything
feel pretty proud of it. I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
this was a good one.
that
perfect.
Yay me. I
completely
was like,
took
yay me.
that completely took the sales
Yeah.
out of anything. Because even if it was a funny, creative fat joke, which
Mm.
I'm gonna be real, every opponent that y'all went up against, the only one I don't even think did you do any fat jokes?
Yeah, you did
But
the
yours
low
was-
hanging fruit,
3 at
double
least.
chin.
But you did, but yours was
low-lying fruit.
creative.
The low
Yeah.
hanging fruit.
You were the only opponent out of all the opponents that both y'all had that were actually creative with the
I
fat
thought-
jokes.
yeah.
So
That
Coming
was
in
one of the
defend
things that
himself.
helped.
My thing was, if they're fat jokes, don't say the word fat.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true. You
Makes
didn't.
sense.
Yeah.
And there, like you said, I mean, there's creative ways to go
Yeah.
around it and,
Yeah.
paint a picture.
Yeah.
So people are, getting involved in a different way, not just,
Yeah.
oh,
Like
we're big.
I called
Ronnie,
I called Ronnie
the
the
lesbian you'd love. To
no. I called Ronnie. What was it? Pillsbury Doughboy Fresh. That is a
Sorry.
Doughboy Fresh.
Yeah.
Is a famous song,
Mhm.
and then Pillsbury is like
Yeah.
Pillsbury Doughboy Fresh is like that's a creative way of
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
fat and
Yeah.
white,
Yes.
but not saying he's fat and white.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And since you mentioned that, I have to do my impression that I've been doing for 20 years. And when the kids would poke my stomach, and I always go, right? When you did that, I was like hoping to God you weren't gonna build off of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I got a little thing I could do about that
That's funny.
because it was good.
Yeah.
Yours-
See, and that's a creative way to do it. Instead of
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, you're fat," it's like,
Yeah.
no, Michelin Man. I
Yeah.
did that as well. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's a way to. It's
Right,
like
there's different things.
you're indirectly calling him that, but you're also thinking of the original character.
Right.
You think of the original character, and then you see it's like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh, you're fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's a different way of doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Especially if
but-
you're gonna do 4 or 5 or more.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Like-
you took all the wind out of any fat
sure.
joke that he could have said coming up as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that. Whenever you said that, you owned it. Everything that he was about to say was just fully dismissed at that point. And then whenever you came back with the Slim Jim joke,
Oh, yeah.
that really just defiled everything
Yeah.
that was going to come out of his mouth. Whenever there was going to be like a food joke and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is an indirect way of going about it because once you get out a couple fat jokes and talk
Mhm.
about someone's weight, it really just feels like middle school bullying at that
Right.
point.
Yeah.
And where's the creativeness whenever it's a comedy roast battle?
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Shout out to
audience
Raulphie the
loves
bartender for
Yes.
hopping on the pod real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Always such a great supporter. Always great to see her around.
Yeah. Then the one that got me this beautiful gift. I already gave her the shout out earlier on that, but
Kiss
now
up.
you get to hear who it is. So yeah, that was great on that.
Yeah.
We're gonna now
Mhm.
talking about the handshake and the whole reason you did it.
Oh yeah.
That
The
was good.
So-
back, the black light, the
Yeah.
blue light on the
I
hand.
have a
joke.
black light flashlight. So I work at Painting with a Twist. Shout out if you ever want to go by,
Nice.
please support us. Yeah, please come by. We learn painting. All of my coworkers are also pretty funny. But anyways,
Yeah,
we have-
Mary Garcia, another comedian
yeah,
in the
Mary
scene.
Garcia
Oh, very
works
cool.
there.
She
Yeah,
works
does,
there as
yeah.
well.
Painting with a Twist. We're open like every day. We have
Oh,
evening
actually,
classes. Yeah.
shout out to Painting with the Twist.
Oh, yes.
When I did the Naughty List comedy show, they donated
Oh, how cool.
a gift card for the show as a raffle. So thank y'all so much for Painting with the Twist.
Yeah.
That's so
you
cool.
They're super nice. They're super supportive. My boss is very sweet. Sometimes she'll be like, when I was healthy and working more, I was like, can I trade this day because I have a comedy show? She's like, yes, okay. I'm like, yay, thank you. You're the best. And but it's super fun. But we have blacklight classes there, and the whole
Yeah?
class is in blacklight. We have a back room with
Oh,
no windows,
wow.
so you can go in there. And the painting you make is in blacklight, but they still look good in the daylight because we're professionals. We want them to look nice in both.
Oh, cool.
And so it's super fun. And so when we started that, like, I already like to do crazy makeup to my work for fun. Like if we do like a Dia de los Muertos painting, I'm going in full
Oh,
skull
heck
makeup. And
Nice.
so when we started doing the blacklight classes, I started buying blacklight makeup. Like I would start doing like eyeliner that would glow under the lights. Ironically,
Oh.
this was not on purpose, but my hair glows under blacklight. This shade
Sweet.
of green that I managed to buy. Like I walked in and my coworker was like, "It's glowing." I'm like, "What's glowing?" Like your hair. I'm like, "Oh." I like sent a photo of my hair. So I was like, "Look at this."
Oh,
She's like,
that's
"Oh,
awesome.
neat."
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And so when I'm at home doing my makeup, sometimes I like to mess with the customers because I'll have them come in with the regular lights and then flip to black light. So I
So they see
started doing my makeup kind of normal looking and hiding the black light details. And so I have the little flashlight at home so I can check my makeup to see if it looks
neat.
good. And I have one that I bought that's super clear. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And I remembered that someone else had talked about Albert looking like Dwight Hartman from Scary Movie 2, the guy in the wheelchair.
Yes, great
And-
joke.
Yes.
Great
And there's a
joke.
scene when you can see fluids and he has like it all over his
Oh, right.
face.
Yes.
And so I was like, how could I? And I was like, oh my God. And I realized
Shake.
I could put it on my hand and say that it was from him. And so before I even left, I had painted Cody's hand. I made sure it was my hand. I was like, shake my hand, blow dried it, checked it with the flashlight, and had the flashlight with fresh batteries in my pocket the whole time.
Nice.
And made sure like nothing wet touched his hand. I actually had a backup paintbrush with it loaded up again if I
Oh,
needed
Heck
more.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I wanted to make sure I was like, can we shake hands? He's like, yeah, of course. I was like, perfect. Thanks. So fun. Yeah. And I felt bad too because he was on his phone, like getting ready for his next joke. And so when I'm flashing it, everyone's laughing and he's
Oh,
not
he didn't notice. Yeah.
I could tell he didn't notice what was happening. Get water in. I could tell that he didn't know everyone was laughing at him.
Right.
He was like, oh, it's funny. I looked at that guy. I was like, Albert, you're missing it. So when he turned, I said, check it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay. He was
That
like,
was
I
nice
wasn't-
of you to do that.
Yeah, and he was like, I wasn't
Catch up.
understanding, which then was easy for another burn to be like, just like all the time.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
That
joke.
was so
that joke
good.
was so good.
Yeah.
And then I want to thank you so so
yes.
much because I didn't get to.
it
Unfortunately,
live.
didn't get to go
Yeah.
see it live. I was running the fireworks stand, which was fun.
I know when I found you were
But-
going to be there, I was so sad. I was like, dang, he doesn't know that I had planned to name drop you at least once.
Yeah, you gave me a shout out and name dropped me in
Nice.
one of your jokes.
Mhm.
We were watching the YouTube video, which I was so happy that you had.
I made
had
sure
the
not to
YouTube
tell you. I was
video.
like, I'm not going to tell him. I want to
that's
see if he
good.
notices. Yeah.
And then so we were watching it live,
Mhm.
and we were watching it yesterday,
Yeah.
and I heard you do the firework joke and name drop me, and I got so excited. I got so freaking excited. I was like, "Oh shoot! She gave me."
Yeah.
She told
Ralphie.
us what she had said
Yeah,
Do you want to say how I reacted on the mic
or what she told you to
Yeah, that was good.
put
yeah.
away.
whenever I saw Corynne name drop me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got all excited. He's like, oh my God, she gave me a shout out. You rewinded it real quick.
Oh,
And
nice.
immediately, he had just got done showing a couple customers that clip from the movie as well.
Yeah.
But he was
gosh.
super excited to rewind it back and be like, that's absolutely right. I don't just sell those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
so cool. I missed it because of the fireworks stand,
Right.
and your joke
about it,
was
yeah.
about
Yeah.
me working the fireworks stand, and
I really
the Snakes
enjoyed
and
Jen's
Sparklers
joke
was
of
so
that one.
fucking
Was so
great.
fun. I almost wanted to message like, can I just do the exact joke again? But I was like, oh, I should change it and make it better. And then I was like, oh, and then when you started working there, I was like, oh, this is perfect.
But yeah, it worked out great.
and I'm gonna clip that part into here
Yeah.
at some point
Nice.
because that man, it was so cool.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
gonna
worried I
clip a
repeated a little too much with some of the jokes I made about him, but I'm glad they went over well because I did the G-string in the book and the fireworks stand again in the book as well. But
Yeah.
people liked it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it painted the picture.
Yeah.
It painted the picture, which I thought was
Literally.
great. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the book, it was really fun because on the last page, I drew Albert as the guy from JoJo, and I gave the little trailer.
Yeah.
And he had to put the Snakes and Sparklers sign on
Oh,
there.
cool.
I know it was hard to see because it was far away,
Right.
but it was fun.
Well, Elisa and the Peñas all loved it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to shout out to the Peñas, especially your
Aw.
lovely daughter and wife, because tried to get there early, and my family never wants to get there. And we get there like it's 7, 10, and all the tables were already taken.
We couldn't believe it.
I was like, no, because I wanted somewhere to film.
Yeah.
And I saw your family, and I asked, like, would y'all mind if I put my camera here? And they were so sweet. They set it
Aw.
up, they angled it, and they even like started and stopped it. I was like, there's no lock screen. I live my life free. And they were so kind to record me. So I want to say
Oh,
thank you again to your
Yeah.
daughters. I
Well, they
truly
love you and
appreciate
your
it.
brother
They're
and
so
your mom
sweet.
and
Yeah.
your dad. I mean, everybody. And Pepper.
Pepper, yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
they're big fans, and
Pepper's my
They're
dog.
looking forward to our family dinner next
Yeah.
week.
Oh, I bet you they're so excited that it's y'all going against each
Yeah,
other.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I feel like it's
That's
gonna be hard
cool.
for them.
Right. Yeah. Well, Sherry,
Yeah.
my wife, that's not her jam. She doesn't
Oh.
really like when people are mad or mean to each other.
Oh,
Like all
okay.
the comedy roasts where like Tom Brady or
Yeah.
whoever. I had Ben Mann over because he didn't have cable at the time or whatever. Or he couldn't get to see it or something. And you know, babe, do you want to watch it? She's like, no, they're gonna make
Yeah.
fun of no.
Yeah.
So Tom Brady was one of my my fantasy football quarterbacks for my dynasty league.
Yeah.
So he won me
Okay.
like 4,
Nice.
even though
I
he's a
did watch
New
that
England
one. It was pretty
Patriots.
good, though. Yeah.
It was a good one.
Good one. Yeah.
Nikki Glazer freaking
Oh,
just
she did so
Dude,
good.
Nikki and
Oh,
freaking
that
Tony
took her-
Hinchcliffe coming out of the
yes.
crowd
oh my
freaking.
god, like that.
That
Yeah,
was
where it
so
doesn't
good.
seem like it was part of it, and
Yeah.
he went longer than they thought he was.
Yeah.
The way he handled it, them two just
And then
skyrocketed
Kevin
right
Hart
after
just
that.
gave him so much props
Right.
after.
Yeah.
It was so
he did.
cool.
Yeah, they both
But
just
yeah.
went.
Very fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take a break.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna all right, press play. I'm gonna say we're gonna take a break, and I'm gonna say we're gonna shout out to our sponsors. All right, we're gonna take a break. On the other half, we're gonna talk about Bobby's roast.
Nice.
Talk about y'all's upcoming roast as well. We actually have sponsors this now.
Woo-hoo.
Shout out to Belleeah's Apples and Treats for the lights and everything.
Love them.
So you're gonna get a commercial from Belleeah's Apples and Treats and from Julios EasyStop. We'll see you on the other side.
And now I'm hungry.
All right, I want to take the time to show love to our sponsor. That's right, we got sponsors. First one, Belleeah's Apples and Treats at 6149 McArdle Road in Corpus Christi, Texas. The #1 sweet treat shop in Corpus. They got everything for you from gourmet chocolate-covered apples to fruit trays with all different kinds of chocolate and candy-covered fruits. We also have our hot chocolate ball just in time for the winter if it ever decides to come. They also have their crazy apples, which is a candy-covered apple filled with a whole bunch of different of your favorite candies. And they have our crazy pickles that are a pickle wrapped in a fruit roll-up. That's right, a pickle wrapped in a fruit roll-up, topped off with hot Cheetos and other treats. Then you have your assortment of homemade lollipops from Salimon to watermelon to pineapple, which is coming up. And they also have their chamoy covered, as well as pineapple chamoy covered lollipops. And for everybody that's loving the Dubai chocolate hype, they got you covered. They got Dubai strawberry cups, as well as a whole bunch of different Dubai chocolate assortments. As mentioned before, they also got their gourmet candy apples, as well as what I like to call their crack grapes. These things are super addictive. Once you bite into one of them, you are not going to want to stop. Visit Belleeah's Apples and Treats at 6149 McArdle Road in Corpus Christi, Texas. Tell them that dude talk sent you. Peace. Now, I gotta show some love to my favorite restaurant in town, and I'm not just saying that because they're a sponsor. I've been going to them for years. Julios EasyStop at 5945 Greenwood Drive in Corpus Christi, Texas. They got some of the best food you can find, including their chalupa plate. Lent's around the corner for those who celebrate, so go hit them up. They also have a bomb chicken fried steak. Also got some Mexican options with the enchiladas that you could get in chicken, beef, or cheese. And my personal favorite, the double meat, double cheese burger. Man, this is my favorite burger in town. And the fry pie, the legendary fry pie. If you don't know what it is, picture a chili cheese fries, but instead of the chili, carne guisada. Yeah, that's right, carne guisada on top of French fries. They are to die for. Go visit my friends at Julios EasyStop at 5945 Greenwood Drive. Go show them some love and tell them that dude talk sent you.
We now return to That Dude Talks podcast with that dude, Chris Longoria.
Nice.
Thank you, Uncle Sam. Like Uncle Sam said, I am your host, that dude, Chris Longoria. Welcome back to That Dude Talks podcast, coming live from the Annex.
Nice. Love it here.
Beautiful lighting. Shout out again to our sponsors that you just saw in the commercials, Belleeah's Apples and Treats, and shout out to our other sponsor, Julios EasyStop. All right, let's get back into it. We want to talk about one more thing with your...
Yes, I just wanted to say one more thing about my roast battle, which I thought was really funny is Albert got heckled a lot by the crowd a bit.
Very much. And it kept throwing him off.
It did. It
Well,
really
I
kept
think he
throwing
played
him
into
off.
it once too many times.
Yeah.
He didn't
but-
have to say stop it or
Yeah.
of.
Because it gave them more leverage
I
and
think
more
to not like
power.
him. Yeah.
But then you had mistakenly thought.
Yeah,
one of
so
them,
one of the mistaken part is I had brought my cousin, and he had been partying a little too hard beforehand. I didn't know, and I brought him. And he's
I
my
love your
loud cousin, which I love him.
oh yeah,
But
he's a big
he
hugger.
was really loud too. Like he was yelling a couple times, and so I thought the guy yelling the whole time was just my one drunk cousin. And so at one point, some guy yells like, "I love you," and I was like, "I love you too," thinking it was him. And I was like gonna apologize to Albert later. And when I get off stage, Cody's like, "Yeah, I don't know who you just told." My brother was next to my cousin. Keep an eye on him. He goes, "I don't know who you just told you love because that was not him." He's like, "He only yelled 1/3." He's like, "There's 2 other dudes drunkenly yelling those things, so it's not just my cousin." Shout out Jareth for coming. He's been a big supporter.
Was it Justin?
I
You
don't
think
know.
it was Justin and Candy?
It
I
might
don't
have
think-
been, and
Well, I
my
thought they
dad
were-
thought it might have been Jay because Jay was behind him. My dad thought it might
Jay
have been Jay.
was a big. He wanted me to do really well, and I think you as well. So he was really.
He
vocal.
might have been the "I love you" Corynne. That's what my dad was
Maybe.
thinking later.
Maybe,
because my
maybe.
family
But
was sitting all in different areas
Right,
near the back, so I didn't know who was
it
where.
was
And-
exactly.
But I wanted Albert to know, like, I'm sorry. It turns out it wasn't my cousin. I don't know if that's worse or better.
Or-
that it
yeah,
was more
yeah.
people.
well,
Who?
when you had to leave earlier to go to the Riches,
Yeah.
and you said you were taking him, I'm like, no, he's so loud.
I
and
know,
He
I'm
is a big fan
sorry.
of mine as well. When we're not
Yeah.
going up against each other,
He is a
so I was
hugger,
like,
so I
don't
apologize
take
in
him.
advance
He's
when you-
like worth 3 decibels, I think.
I know. I know.
But
At
then it
first, he
wasn't
told me
him.
he was gonna have to work, and I was like, "No, that's it." I was like, "You're my lucky charm, and you're so loud. I need you to come, Jared." And
So
he's been
who
really into comedy.
was the mystery man?
Yes.
Yeah, who was the mystery yeller?
We're going to clip this. If you're the mystery man, let us know. Actually, you know what? Jay, come here.
Oh, hey, Jay's here.
All right.
That's my dad.
Jay Everett.
Look, straight from church.
First time guest on the
Jay.
podcast for a mini second. Jay Everett. Quick question real quick. What's up, Jay? What's up?
Jay.
Get the mic from Sam.
Okay.
All right, Jay.
What's up?
You were at the Rock Hard Roast
Yes.
Yeah.
this round. Were you the guy that yelled, "I love you, Corynne"?
No, that was not me.
Who was it?
think
We
who
can't
was
figure out
it?
who it was.
Do you remember?
Yeah. So the issue.
I know who it is. I know. I was like, oh, that's
It wasn't Justin, was it?
that's exactly who it was.
It was? I
It
thought
was
so.
Justin.
Okay.
It was Justin.
Woo, I didn't tell a
Cool,
stranger
cool.
I loved him.
Yeah, Candy Alva's
Yeah.
husband, I believe, was like the one that was like, "I love you, Corinne."
Oh,
Okay, because we thought it
Yeah.
might have been you.
No,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
no. I was just excited. Bobby won.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
But
so,
I was
yeah.
before Bobby, so
Oh,
you're still
that's
there.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
He
didn't
was like,
yell
he's like,
that.
wait, was it
I
me?
didn't yell that. I did cheer for you.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I
thank you.
cheered for you.
So the issue
But
was,
not like
I
out
thought.
loud, like I love you. Like
No, I was
Where-
just like,
where-
yeah, Corinne. I started
so
the
you-
Bobby chant.
Yeah.
I didn't start a Corinne
Okay,
chant.
okay.
which
Damn.
Joe
I had-
trying to.
Oh wait, so now we see who Jay Everett is going for in the finals.
Yeah, wow.
Look,
Thought
look,
we were
look,
friends,
and let me just clarify. Corinne, I love you.
Uh-huh.
You're probably gonna win,
Okay.
but
Oh, you heard it here
Yeah.
first,
But-
folks.
Right.
Bobby beat me, so by default,
Oh,
I feel like I
Oh,
gotta
you
be in
wanted
his
him-
corner
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah.
because he whipped me bad.
And that
dude.
totally.
That tracks, because then you're like,
and
I
for
lost
that-
to the person who won.
Right,
Yeah.
And I
They
totally
don't
get
make
that.
me feel so much
Yeah.
better. I feel better now saying I lost to a finalist.
You're right.
Yeah.
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 Well, and then my wife and a lot of the other people that we talked to before our roast battles, the time we saw you after I won, dude, you had like your best sets those next 3 times.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it was good that it made you, like maybe refocus or whatever and come out like you're not defeated by this. Fuck this. It's just a roast battle. And then you freaking killed your next shots. So that's been awesome. For
And like I said yesterday, man, great set yesterday
Yeah.
at the
Oh, yeah,
Dolly
you did
Does
really
Comedy
good.
Show. We're not going to talk too much about that show,
Yeah.
but I was telling them I felt like everybody on that show, that was their best set that I'd
That was a good night.
saw them do
Yeah.
at a show.
Great way
Good
to start
job
the
last
year,
night,
for
man.
sure.
Good
Thank you.
good
Thank
show. Really
Awesome.
good.
Thank
Really
you.
good set, man.
Thank
Really.
you.
All right, that's been Jay Everett. Thank you for hopping on
Thank
the
you.
podcast.
Yeah,
We'll have you
yeah,
eventually
thank
as a real guest. So,
Thank you.
oh yeah,
All right. Have
Careful of the laptop.
just put it down. But yeah, so it sounds like we found out the mystery man.
Okay,
It
we
was
found the mystery
Justin.
yeller.
Justin.
Good to know.
Justin.
Yeah, so just.
What are the chances freaking Jay walks in right when we were
Yeah.
talking
I
about it?
know.
Is he
Crazy.
Is he Corpus Christi's Beetlejuice? Jay Everett?
He said his name too many times.
You said it 3 times. God,
Yeah.
boing.
Did.
And Sweet Tea walked in, the person you just
Da,
beat.
da,
I don't know if I want to
da.
call him
No
on.
way.
Yes.
my
And
gosh.
Anthony
And
Guerrero.
Anthony
Yeah,
Guerrero.
where are all the comics showing up? What's happening?
Anthony bought the first one of our koozies.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
want
yeah,
to show
talk
that?
about your koozies.
Woo! Yeah, I will.
All right, that's the Corpus Christi Comedy
courtesy of
koozies.
Artistry by Elisa, my oldest. Yeah, Ronnie and I are crazy excited about these.
Dude,
we
I'm
thought it
excited
was just
about
going to
it.
be the logo on both sides.
I like that she
And
filled all that
I
stuff
like
in.
that she filled
We
it,
thought if we could get a logo on both sides,
Yeah.
woohoo! And
Yeah.
then they were like, no,
She said, you got to do it right.
Yeah.
I
Dad,
respect
no,
that.
So-
I got you.
If she watches this part, I understand that that she likes to do stuff from beginning to end. I do want to do koozies with my luchador, the
Oh.
single card, and on the back the full hand.
Okay.
I would like her to do that, but her to do her own idea
Oh,
for
cool.
the fill-in stuff right
Can I
here.
get it closer? I haven't
That's
actually
awesome.
seen that close
I
yet.
want to get with her because I like all this other stuff on the side.
Yeah, and the
So-
things that they did with that, and like the Corpus Christi, so they have a lot of cups,
Yeah,
so they're able to sublimate and get their design,
yeah.
heat pressed on, and the way that they've done those, it's just impeccable. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
So
I
I'm
wanna-
so glad they did it like this.
I want to talk to her and see if like maybe she
Awesome.
could do like
Yeah,
little,
I'll let
little
them know.
luchadors fighting and like sneakers and like
They
stuff
would love to
about
do that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah, I want to get with her because I really like the way these koozies came out. Sam, if you want to do a little, if you want here, you just grab it and you can zoom in straight to
Nice.
it. So
Nice.
that is a koozie.
Yeah, we sold
also have
9. Yesterday was the first time we had any out for the Dolly's birthday bash, and so it was pretty neat. People that didn't get them, I think we're going to talk about like coffee mugs, and then or Stanley cups, like
Yeah.
maybe not that big,
I know.
but then T-shirts
Yeah.
later on. But the reception of the design was
My
awesome.
emotional
so
support
so
water
happy
cup.
with that.
My dad gave me this for Christmas, so
That's
it's really
good.
nice.
I like that color.
He
too.
wanted it at his work for Christmas, so it was
Look
pretty
at it.
sweet.
Matches. Do you have one that matches all your outfits? Because that is like
No, it's
spot
like
on.
pink. I just got lucky, and it's got a little pink iridescence to it. It's
Heck yeah.
Nice.
glittery. Yeah.
All right.
Fashion-
Thank you,
Fashionista.
AEP Christmas party.
Was there any last things you wanted to say about
Oh, there was just one more. I told it to Bobby in the car, which I thought was really funny. Is that I feel like after we got the stage, I always have a funny incident with the comic I've gone against in the back. And Albert had two, because first when we get back, he's like, "Did I take my pants off?" I was like, "You did." And then when he loved the book, but he looked through it, and I made a joke about him having a bald spot on his head.
Oh,
He doesn't have one. I just made it up because I know guys are worried about that.
Yeah.
And so I drew him with a bald spot. He looks at it. He goes, "It's a scar, Corynne. I want you to know." He's like leaning down, and I'm like,
That's so
"Albert,
funny.
it's just your hair. There's no bald spot." He's like, "No, look, it's a scar." I'm like, "There's no bald spot. I made it up. It was a lie." I was like, "It was an obvious lie, man." I
That's
just
so
wanted to
funny.
leave.
That is so
And so
funny.
that was my
You hit a
favorite thing.
nerve.
Yeah.
So
That's classic.
God, that's fucking hilarious.
That
That's
is.
funny. So now we're gonna talk about yours, and
Yes,
I'm
excited
gonna
about
lie.
yours,
I'm not gonna
Bobby.
lie. It's a little awkward that we're gonna
Right
talk
now?
about this because
Now
Sweet
that-
Tea
yeah.
just
And
walked
Jay.
in the room, and
We just need Adrian Rodriguez
yeah.
to come in, and it'll be
You'll get over it. I had to talk
yeah,
about mine with
so-
Sam right
here.
true.
he muted your
But-
mic half
I
the
know.
time.
He's like, put some crackle in there.
So before the roast battle actually started, Sweet Tea did this weird thing where he goes, "I smell pussy. Is that you, Bob?" It's like, I don't know what you're doing with that, but okay.
Yeah.
And then you rebutted super quickly,
Oh,
only if you're close to my mouth, insinuating that you
Right.
and your
my wife.
angel of a wife,
Your
28
sweet
years.
your
angel
sweet
wife.
angel wife, had engaged in cunnilingus
Yep.
prior to. So,
Listen,
but
I don't lick and tell, but it was a roast battle, and that was just my wife's really a good sport about everything.
Yeah.
So they are going to go with whatever I say, and then we'll talk about it on the ride home.
And it's so funny because you hear your daughters in the video go, "Woo!" I was like, Jesus, this is so awkward. Oh my God.
I was stung by my favorite too, because he sent me the video and I watch it, and Joe's just introducing Bobby, and she goes, "That's my dad." I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"That was not a moment to be proud
Oh,
of
I
your
know.
dad." I loved it.
Yeah.
Because he goes, he's fat
with
in
a hat.
And
Yeah.
she goes, "That's my dad."
That's like that.
I was like, she's like, "Yeah." I loved that.
Take
was
it either
so
way,
funny.
yeah.
But
was-
that was cool because the roast hadn't even started and you were already shooting with the rebuttals quick.
Yeah.
That's the thing that both of you are really good at is you are really good with the
I think
rebuttals.
it's helped us both a
Yeah,
lot.
and they're
Very
really
good with the
fun
rebuttals.
too.
I
Like,
think,
find it
yeah.
enjoyable, yeah.
Like some of the things I've kind of written down what I think they may say, you know, and have
Yeah.
something geared up to that. But a lot of it is, you know, it's spontaneous, and
Yeah.
I think the audience feels that, and so they get you gets them on your side a lot faster than any of the other roasts.
This is gonna really take the wind out of their joke or the power out of it
right.
if you do it right.
Exactly right.
You're like, oh, that was good. Oh, now it's not so good anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, they're right. Totally right.
There is something.
But that kind of thing as far that could have gone just so.
There's a rebuttal when we get to it. Hopefully, Chris will have it. If not, I'll bring it up. But I was like, oh, I was
if
so
Sherry
shocked
would have yelled out, "You wish," that would have been just epically bad.
The part where you really like Sweet Tea's material. You especially liked it whenever you heard George Lopez say it first.
So
was a great way to start.
So I had a premise about something like that because some of the things I've heard some of our comedians in the scene say, as old as I am, I've heard some variant of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay. He's actually the one who kind of gave me that joke. And I thought
he's him dancing all ridiculous in the background.
So he loves it. So the fact that I started out with that because it was perfect.
Yeah,
to start with that joke,
start.
I think it let everybody kind of judge everything else that came from him after.
Yeah,
like with
it slightly tainted all of his material after
a
that.
little bit.
Because if you hear that cadence and everything, you're like, oh, well, there it is right there.
Exactly right.
Oh, there it is right there. And that's the last thing you want to be called as a comedian. It's like a joke thief or so that just like you saying we have eyes.
Yeah.
You immediately from the get go.
Yeah.
Potentially deflated anything that he was coming with. So that was a great way to start it.
Yeah,
that was a great way to start
I
it.
know that helped Jay be more of a cheerleader after that, after using one that we've written together, from then. But it really, like you said, I mean, it helps like everybody think, oh wait, I might have heard that, right? And the way he's animated and he does things, it lends itself to maybe somebody else who said or moved or done something. So they're analyzing things differently,
like does
not
it
just
sound
what
like
his words.
that?
Yeah. So it worked out really good.
For sure. He did bring up that you are a veteran,
right?
And you could hear. Oh, and then he said that you had PTSD, and you could hear people in the crowd audibly groan.
Yes.
When he said that, like, oh shit,
right?
Okay, and then.
Yeah,
the joke, the
PTSD's
PTSD's nuts makes no sense.
Right.
It makes zero sense because what does PTS stand for?
Should have run that by Mr. Wendell.
Yeah,
with that acronym.
Yeah, because like that. Did you just do that to say D's nuts?
Right.
It didn't make sense.
Exactly.
And it really sounded like a kindergartner wrote it. The joke.
I was going to say middle schooler.
Like
Yeah.
But like
you would say that because women mature faster.
Oh,
so you're a couple grades up.
So that didn't
took away
hit,
the people,
and it took
the veterans from it, and then other people, and then anybody who knows what those letters really mean. And so you divide, the crowd. Like you've said in other podcasts and stuff, you don't talk about certain things.
Yeah.
Voting or where you stand on certain things because you want your biggest pool of fans to be that for the things you do believe in, you make fun of or you joke about. And this way you can be that to the masses.
Exactly.
Not just to this 0.25% or this 50%
for
or
sure.
whatever.
You don't want to alienate and lose the crowd by one joke.
Right. I mean, we could all be so close to being, one viral video away from being, on our way up.
See, you could be one viral video away from hitting a trajectory, or you could be one viral video away from
exactly right.
Fuck this person.
Or then like this place being the vibe it is, we do the comedy collective, somebody's vacationing here, they see us, you'd be perfect for this, or you'd be so it's all about that. And so I think keeping things as neutral, and then not kind of getting some people like
and then on top of that, followed up with, what helps with PTSD is licking my butthole.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, that's more of a roast on yourself than
just
on
told
Bobby.
Us what you're into.
Right.
It's like, you're like, so you want a guy to lick your asshole? It's like, Wait, that
I
says a
didn't
little bit
understand the
more
problem.
about you than about
And
Bobby.
of
Right.
course, your quip was very good,
Yeah.
very fast.
Your quip was, yeah, what did you say?
Yeah.
What did you say?
What was it?
So
we
now
know
I
that-
just learned
That's
sweet
how I
tea.
know you're gay.
Oh, so
Yeah.
yeah. We just learned if Sweet Tea's gay. That's how I
Yeah.
know you're gay. Yeah. Yeah. That.
But shout out to the LGBTQ plus community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with anything, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that was for a roast battle
Yeah.
a great quip.
Sadly, still for a cis white guy, that's the best way to get them. It
There you-
is, yeah.
right, for
Because
sure.
even when I did my guitar joke, I asked my brother, I was like, should I say gay as hell, cringe as hell? Because my brother is gay and,
Yeah.
and I'm bi. I
Right.
was like, it feels wrong. He was like, but it just, he was like, it flows better. Cringe isn't as fun. I was
right.
like, it's true. It's
Yeah.
not.
And that's the
But it's
thing.
not
It's
the
like
F word or it's
Yeah.
not,
the
Yeah.
people that know you and know that you're an ally.
yeah.
right.
It makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because whenever you said it,
Yeah.
I thought to myself, that's funny because she's bi.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I think it's.
So I know for sure that's pretty gay.
and that's why. That's why, like,
Right.
yeah.
and I don't want to like peel.
Yeah.
I don't want to peel back the curtain too much, but like, that's why I say my hidden door joke
Right.
Yeah.
before I say anything about
Right.
gay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
about derogatory.
Oh, for sure.
Because at a certain point, I said the hidden door joke, and I said I had a joke where I said, "Fuck Pride Month," and whenever people got like, "What?" I said.
Yeah.
They tricked me. They're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
you have a reason to feel a way
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So it's all about being strategic with
Yeah.
it. And then after that, I say, no, I really am a big supporter of LGBTQ because I do my sleeping with lesbians joke.
Yeah.
So I know strategically how to like
Yeah.
maneuver around
Right.
that. And you being a part of the community and everything, it
Yeah.
softens the blow
That's what we
whenever
do
you
without
say
being
that. No,
just a
that's
hater.
gay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, yo, that's so gay. Not even I would do that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, and I think that's doing comedy enough. Like you know what
Yeah.
to do and how to do, and know what you can get away with.
Yeah.
So
And it was good. T was
Yeah.
I mean, it was good perfect against T.
Yeah.
Like, because you know that would bother him, and it was perfect. Yeah.
yeah.
And I feel like
Especially,
that's the point. Is like you want to bother your point just right, you know.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
yeah, good
Yeah.
deal.
was there anything on the first half of the roast that you wanted to highlight,
Yeah.
or that you wanted to highlight?
The first battles?
The first half of
With
this
T.
roast,
oh,
with
First
T.
half, yeah.
Because the next thing I'm going to get to is how you started the second half.
To be honest with you, I'm not really. I can't remember how they
Yeah.
all lined
Okay.
up.
Yeah, we could talk
Um,
about the whole thing and just.
I mean, I could pull up my.
I only had mine memorized because I edited my video
Yeah.
all
Oh, have you?
hardcore the next day. More, I edited my video. I was like, because I just do it myself. So I was like,
Uh,
trying to make it look nicer.
I could just
yeah.
hop into the second half and we could just talk about the whole thing.
I mean-
I like the way in the second half you started with the no carb diet.
I like that you announced that you were on the second.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Joe, but I do know he'd been drinking by the day. Somebody even yelled, "He's drunk," and he was like, "Maybe."
well, yeah,
Dude,
and that's the
yeah,
thing is,
it
like,
was.
I think I still have
Yeah.
PTSD from the last roast battle
Yeah.
before then, where it was just all the way through.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, what?
Well, that's how mine is. So now I prep 14 jokes in advance.
Oh,
So I'm
good,
like,
good.
no, just in case.
Yeah, because when me and Ronnie did the
demo
exhibition,
roast. Yeah.
Ronnie, did they tell us that we had 10 rounds?
I think 10 rounds, but they didn't say about the triples or.
Yeah.
So that's what when we did our roast battle.
Yeah.
That's what totally caught me off guard because I thought it was just one joke per round.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then when you hit me with the triple,
yeah.
Yeah.
it threw me off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's right. Like you can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But did he tell you? He didn't tell us it was 10, right? Or
Yeah, he said it was 10.
but he wasn't. We weren't keeping count.
Nah,
We
this
didn't
time They
know.
had a scorecard, which I
Yeah.
thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where like the audience can judge.
Yeah.
Which
Um,
apparently
We need
Jay
a
said
little
was his
golf-
idea. I don't know.
Golf
That's what I hear.
the pencils.
pencils, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that was like a cool add to it because
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
like you can like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that's where like I didn't know where we were at. So the last joke, I was like, oh well, let me come up with something off the top of my
Oh,
head
nice.
because I
Yeah.
didn't know
Where you
where we were at. And he's
Yeah.
like, final round. I was like, oh shit, I thought that was the final round. I was like, well, let me come up with something off the top of my head.
So then
It
they
wasn't
did
great,
11-2
but
for-
still,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Maybe they add like a digital counter on the back that
Yeah.
shows what the round number is because
Yeah.
I know they
Yeah.
got the screens.
I like how
we
they.
need a ring girl
or
or a
they
ring
had
boy
some-
to walk
yeah.
by. Ding, ding,
Right,
ding.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Everett in
Yeah.
the speedo.
Yeah. Right.
or you get one of the ones that were Jay's first to come out back.
Oh yeah, like how he's in that puzzle. Yeah.
One of my favorite ones was the one where I talk about if someone was describing T to a police sketch artist,
Oh,
and then I pause
yeah.
and I go again.
Again. That
Oh,
was
that was
great.
That one,
Good.
it
That was
hit
great.
so good.
I-
And then when I say that, he looks like the love child of two caricature artists.
Yeah.
The people that were right there in the front right,
Yeah.
their eyes kind of like got bigger, like they, ooh, what? And then I
Yeah.
said, huge forehead, small baby teeth, and earlobes that look like two dangling nutsacks.
Yeah.
That one,
Oh,
freaking, I had like 3 people come up after, and they're like, I didn't think his earlobes were that big, but then you see him when he turns.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was a good
and they
one.
are.
Yeah.
And so my 11th one, I did have one. I told T
Yeah.
that was going to be where he has a thing where he's got a big forehead,
Oh, okay.
but he tried to Clark Kent Superman us.
Oh.
Comb his
Brushing
hair down.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, we're on to you.
Yeah.
That was going to be the thing, but we did it right.
Okay.
Ended at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you said he got his nickname.
Oh,
Where he got his nickname?
oh yeah,
Oh,
from
yeah.
prison.
Sweetie.
From prison.
And that helped me use Sweetie.
Yeah.
That
I
much
saw
longer.
you called him Sweetie
Oh.
after. I was like, oh, that's really good that you remembered
Yeah.
Yes.
and kept it.
Yeah.
So I tried to make sure that I did it after that joke. I think
Yeah.
there was one time where I said it or kind of quicker, sweet
Yeah.
tea, but
Yeah.
I tried to say T or Tristan
Yeah.
before then. But that one I thought, oh, that's so perfect roast,
Yeah.
talking about that past and
Yeah.
how he got that. And so if I was to lose, I thought that would be my legacy of anytime any comic
Yeah.
calls him that, what's up, sweetie? It's an ode to Bobby back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was real funny. I like the low carb diet.
Oh.
The reason he was doing it was because he missed meat.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah.
good. I like that one a lot. That was a great way to start this. You started the beginning strong and you started the second
Cool.
half strong.
Cool.
Yeah.
You started the
Yeah.
second half strong,
And so
which
those
is
are things
important.
that I had to get through listening to T on podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because a lot of the stuff he says, I mean, there's stuff to work with, on his stage acts and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I really wanted to see if there's more. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to do making gravy jokes or kind of bada bings and stuff like that. Because I use those,
Yeah.
in a couple of the.
It's a little hard
social-
too because keeps doing the birthday roast and it was right before the roast fest.
Right.
So a lot of the stuff had already been touched on.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't say the Edgar haircut again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, and I mentioned that, but
Yeah.
Miguelito had said, "Why? Why not?"
Yeah.
Because people who were there, they're not
That's
going to
Yeah,
be the
true.
same.
you never
valid.
And
know.
so
That's
when he said it, other comedians around said, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
Because it is a different
Yeah.
audience every
Right.
time.
That's
And then
true, yeah.
it's not as though we are writing a novel and
Yeah.
we're plagiarizing,
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
wrote
I don't
the
know,
thing.
man. Some of T's jokes were
Well-
so long, it seemed like he was writing
Well,
a novel up
that-
there. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Well,
some-
listen to this. So right before
Oh,
we
yeah.
go through the curtain,
Mhm.
he tells me, "So remember how we have the 3 and we could do that twice?" I go, "Yeah," because it's slanted the way he phrased, his intonation in his voice. And so I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "So I have 2 that I have 3." And I went, "Okay, cool. But all the other ones have 2." I went, "T, we just talked about this." And so by then, but Joe's already on stage.
Yeah.
He's, fat with a hat, about to say that. I'm like, all right, let's do this. We'll see what it goes, how it goes.
Man.
But yeah, so
They were long and that's the thing with you still, even though it's a roast battle, you still have to take normal comedy elements.
right.
Yeah.
And you still I'm not a huge believer in laughs per minute because I feel like if
because
if it has
stories.
if it has a
but-
good enough payoff,
Sure.
then sure. I'll do a couple minutes before
Yeah.
I get but it'll be a bigger laugh.
but you
but-
have breaks or something, where
Yeah, I
you
make
say
sure
in
there's
the-
beats in
right,
there. I make
yeah,
sure there's beats
yeah.
in there or something where I'm getting laughter consistently.
Right.
Same thing in a roast battle.
Sure.
You can't go super long before you get the laugh.
You-
And a
you're-
couple of what T was doing was a long setup, and
For
the
the
punch wasn't
Right.
it wasn't worth the payoff.
Right.
And I think that's where he messed up on a couple of things.
Yeah.
Is it was way too long, and then at the end it just wasn't
Right.
It wasn't the punch.
Yeah.
So
And so that helped out. I've obviously get some of the crowd more
Yeah.
on my side after that, especially
I think
when
your
he
re-
didn't get the reaction at
I think
all.
your rebuttal was immediate.
Right.
It was like, oh, we waited that long.
Right.
We waited that long for not a great payoff, and then he came up with something immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
that helped out
quick
so
something
much.
funny
Yeah,
immediately. It's like that helped in your favor big time.
for sure.
Big
Yeah,
time.
I totally felt that.
And that's where like both of y'all, like I said, y'all's rebuttals were super
It's
solid.
huge. It's
Super
huge.
solid.
I mean,
Fun. They're nerve
because-
wracking, but it's fun. And
Right.
like, and when you think of it in the moment, you're like, I hope this works. And you're
You're
like, oh,
right.
it does.
and it did. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I feel
And then
like,
if they don't,
Yeah.
you could just immediately start your next one.
yeah,
And then it won't seem as
bad,
like
yeah.
you just bombed
Yeah.
your roast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I think then the audience gives you a little
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 leeway.
leeway,
Yeah.
right? And they're with you still.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a couple that were long, and then I was telling Corynne earlier that there was one time where he had done one, and I said, "Was that it?" But right after I wanted to say, because it was so long, I was going to be like, I was really rooting for you on that one
Yeah.
because you had so much time.
But I told him that
Yeah.
that it was perfect. It was so short. It was real. It was like, is that it? And you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Ronnie on the mic.
Had you said that, dude, it would have killed.
Right.
Okay.
Because I mean, your retorts, like, and then that's the thing, that the right term, right?
Yeah.
The retorts.
Yeah.
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 Retorts, rebuttals. Yeah.
Rebuttals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rebuttals. There. That's what I
Quips.
feel like. That's how you get the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, your rebuttals on, every time you guys have letting going have been great.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's really, really
you.
helped us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially your last one. All yours have been good. Some really hit better, and especially against Albert this last time.
Yeah.
You flowed so good. You both
Yeah.
had a good rapport
Pace.
back and forth,
It felt
especially in the
more of
beginning.
like a
Yeah.
dance
The
to sound,
second
like kind
half-
of like with Sam, like
but-
it was nice.
But the
yeah.
second half, I think your
Oh.
retorts just came out, and it was like the nails
Yeah.
being hammered in.
So congratulations to you because
Thank
you
you.
were. It was the number one, and Joe
Yeah.
said it. He's
Yeah.
like, I wasn't supposed to say this,
Yeah,
but
Because he didn't want the seating
Joe-
to come out. I don't
yeah.
know why he didn't.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
there was something.
yeah.
We all voted. We all voted.
We all knew,
so like,
right.
so
Yeah.
technically, Bobby, that means you didn't put yourself very high either. Like,
Right.
and
So
neither did I.
yeah,
but
so
still.
T was the number one over on the whole bracket,
Yeah.
and you were the dark horse on the
That
whole
12.
tournament.
Yeah.
12, dude.
Number
True
12.
underdog
Yeah.
I know.
story, dude. Let's
Cinderella
go.
story.
Cinderella story all the way to the finals.
I
So
know.
congratulations on that, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there any last minute things you want to say about your roast?
My time, like I was telling you earlier, it was a little shaky. I was like a little, I don't know if this is
Yeah.
We're
Was
a
y'all's
50-year-old
first or
man.
second?
Huh?
Was yours first or
I've
I've
second?
always
Second.
gone second.
No. Was in,
second in the match chat. He was
yeah.
second.
in the
round.
in the order of the roast. Was yours?
No, his was second.
I-
yeah,
I was the
our
main
roast
event.
went first. Then they were the final roast.
Y'all's seemed more like y'all seemed super disorganized.
It did. Well, I don't know
But
if somebody was
was-
drinking or what
yeah.
happened or.
It
But
seems
then we had.
it was a little hard to watch.
Yeah,
Not
y'all's
because
was
of
the
y'all.
main
Siren,
roast
be-
apparently.
yeah.
the
All
siren
terrible.
going off,
Yeah.
and there was other stuff.
Yeah, an
that
alarm
was
went off
happening
at
in the
mine. I'm
background.
not sure what happened there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that came back on ours, but it wasn't as
It
loud
might
as
have been because
y'all's.
was the band coming in for y'all because they had
Oh,
started
I
coming
think that
in
was right in
because
the
the
back.
band that was coming next started coming in at the end of ours. And I'm
Oh, and they
wondering
probably
if
opened that thing without disabling the.
they might have. That's what I'm
Yeah.
assuming happened. Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
I
it
saw
just
it
seemed like
later.
y'all. It seemed like two different events because y'all's it seemed super like more.
But ours was supposed to be from 8 to 10
Yeah.
sharp. But then it seemed like people were getting added at the end when what's Joe's girl's name? I'm drawing a blank. But she's a sweetheart.
Teresa?
Teresa. She's a sweetheart, but she was
I
keeping.
don't know.
No,
I don't think that's right.
That's not right.
I
I know her name. Damn it.
You need to
She's
cut
gonna be
that
mad
out.
at me now. No.
Me
Are you
too.
talking about Rachel?
Rachel.
Yes.
Yes, Rachel.
Sorry,
so she's
Rachel.
keeping the time, and she's got the sheet, and he's adding people when we are. Ours didn't start until I think 10 o'clock or something.
Jeez.
Ours
It
was
was getting
start till
close.
9ish, like 9:30,
Yeah. So
9:50,
when ours,
and I was
we
like,
were supposed to be done, and then he added two other comedians, and so she was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I need to get another girl comic up because there's been so many guys and whatever." And I think it was just trying to appease the masses.
To his defense, Candy looked really cool.
Oh yeah,
She was dressed
her
really
freaking
nice.
12 days
Yeah.
of green was excellent.
Oh, sorry.
All right, we're gonna cut it and then go back into it.
So like when we got to the point where it's getting to be like we said 8 to 10, so we're gonna quit at 10 o'clock, but it is getting closer and closer, and I think the confusion and the unorganized feel came from the last three people
Yeah.
that were added to the sets.
I get that.
I think
You
it
know,
probably
and
didn't help
so-
that half of the comics had another show to
Well,
go
and
to
then-
right after.
And we're running late, so
Yeah.
you were going back to Rich's.
Yeah, like I didn't even get to see Bobby's because I had to go to Rich's because I wasn't sure when I was going on.
Right.
And that sucks because the
And-
people that you need that crowd for the crowd vote.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Sure. So, but I mean, it ended up working out, obviously.
It worked out for Bobby. That's
For
what
me,
matters.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
there
with
was
the-
one comeback that we haven't talked about that I would love to when because T insinuated that you didn't have balls, right?
Oh.
And then you
And
pointed
you had
to
him eat-
Sherry, and I was like, "Where is he going with it?" And then you said, "Look in her purse," and I was like, "Oh my god, that cracked me up."
My daughters
was-
love that
that
joke
was
because
so
anytime any of
funny.
my uncles kind of say something about, because I'm not like how Gen X Mexican men
Yeah.
are always waiting to get fed first or doing any of that or not
Yeah.
helping out as much. Like I do my 36% of the household chores like a
At least
good
he's honest. Yeah.
But like some guys step it up and they do 50-60% or whatever.
Yeah.
But
You said I'm not a
but
hero, all
when,
right?
when it gets to the point where I do something a little more effeminate in my uncle's eyes or some others, I'll talk about when they say whoosh or whatever.
yeah.
I go, dude, I still got them. It's just Sherry's carrying them. And they've loved that joke for, so to say
That's
it,
so
and then
funny.
Sherry hold up her purse.
That's so
oh,
funny.
It worked out so good.
It killed,
It
dude.
did.
It
It
killed
did.
when
It
you did
was
that,
so
bro.
funny.
Except for a second, I was worried. You're like, Sherry. I was like, where's he about to ask
Yeah.
Sherry? You leave
the,
her
the
alone.
girls loved it.
Your
The
own wife.
men who know
But
what's
yeah.
up
It
loved
was
it.
so
good.
funny.
It
It
was
was
perfect.
it hit
yeah.
really well.
That was the but I was like,
Oh,
that was my
thanks. Yeah.
favorite. Yeah. That was really good.
Well, been married to her for 28 years, December
Aw,
27th. Been
nice.
together since 1991 when I saw her across the quad at Del Mar College.
Aw.
Dang.
Stalked
happy
her
late-
to A&M Corpus Christi.
Did she want to
Happy
date you?
late
Because I was just telling you
anniversary.
about my parents.
Well,
Like, did she
you know,
say
the funny
yes?
thing I was going to tell you when you
Oh,
were talking
yeah.
before,
Mhm.
how your parents, your
Yeah.
dad had to ask your mom
Yeah.
countless times.
Yeah.
I didn't have to ask Sherry that many times
Mhm.
over a course of time,
Okay.
but walking her to her government class,
Uh-huh.
I asked her, what are you doing after class? She
Yeah.
was busy because she had a job.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, she had to do this.
Okay.
What about Wednesday? And so I went through the whole,
The whole
the whole
calendar
week.
week.
Like, you
You're
can't
like,
be
"You got a
busy all,
calendar?" Yeah.
So finally I weared her down where she's like, I guess I'm going to the movies with this guy.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so cool, man.
Yeah.
What movie did you take her to see?
We saw Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Would you like to know what my dad took? My mom took
Oh,
my mom
yeah,
to
yeah.
the movies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's
No
hilarious.
way.
She
Heck
goes,
yeah.
"Turtles and movie
Shell.
for kids." He's like, "It's good," and she was like, "All right, it was pretty good."
Years and a half shell.
Yeah, Turtles and a Half Shell,
Yeah. So the funny thing about our first date is we went to the movies after class. So we went to lunch at Floyd's. It's not there on airs anymore, but great little place back in the day. And then went to the movie, went back to Del Mar College, and I post a picture of this parking lot spot all the time because that's where we sat for 4 hours, talked, had our first kiss, to Depeche Mode Somebody.
Aw.
Man.
So I put that on all of our,
So
the
cute.
anniversary kind of posts.
Yeah.
But she goes home and her parents had already called the police, the hospitals,
Oh no.
because this is before cell phones
Yeah.
and, pagers and stuff were like the thing.
Oh shoot!
So
they
yeah,
thought she
I'm
was.
in the doghouse get-go day one. Not
So
only am I
bad-
a Mexican,
All we
dating the white girl.
All we know
Oh,
is she
dang.
left with a Mexican and she
Yeah,
hasn't
look.
come home.
Yeah.
That's
You took her in traffic,
wild.
Jer. I know
I
it.
know. I tried to do everything right. Kindergarten Cop, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
You know
Nice,
it's
safe movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what's so cool to see is the fact that y'all are going against each other in the freaking
Oh,
finals, and y'all
yeah.
are just so nice to each
Yeah,
other
that's-
right now.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
through the roast battles, my family has sat close, like when we were
Yeah,
talking,
Yeah, yeah,
our
yeah.
families
next
keep
to them,
sitting
so
next to
they
each
have formed a
other.
bond,
Yeah.
and so they have taken it like
Mhm.
like so well, and so it's
Yeah.
been a thing where it would be neat. But
Yeah.
still like,
Yeah. We even talked before because I was like, so Bobby, if we, because we thought like,
Are
if
y'all
we
gonna
could,
do
we would.
that? I heard
And
y'all
yeah,
talking
we're
about
thinking
that.
doing it at dinner. Though we're thinking about maybe doing it at a restaurant now because we guys, I've got all the dogs at home. I was like, what if our house doesn't clean it up? I was like, okay, but it'd be fun to,
We're gonna do like a wife swap,
yeah,
like a wife
And now
swap,
I'm
a
like-
family
Yeah.
swap.
Yeah, so we're not sure if we're gonna either do a wife swap or we're gonna do a big dinner where we're all together
Yeah.
and they just talk the tea in front of us, which would be fun too.
yeah, for sure.
It'd be nice. Yeah.
And then they'll give us other things to kind
To
of
bring up.
be
Yeah.
Heck
creative
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So.
I think it'd be nice. Either way, it
That's
would be fun
exciting.
because I'd love to get to know Bobby's family.
Oh,
more.
that's
It's
awesome.
just So nice.
And your parents, the
Yeah.
stories you've told hit,
Oh, I know.
hit like so,
Yeah.
universal home kind of
Yeah.
for me.
So my favorite
know.
thing is one of my first big memories of Bobby is that he really loved when I do my car fights joke and I describe like how my family fights in the car. And he, I did it at Lazy Beach, and he was sitting in front of my parents. I don't know how he wasn't sitting near them, but you do. He was
No,
sitting
right
in front
in the
of
same
my parents,
picnic table. I was on the
Yeah.
front end; they were
in the
behind.
back, and so he didn't want to turn around because he was cracking up so hard at the fights. And he didn't want to turn because he was like, that's about them.
Yeah.
That probably bothers them. And I get off stage and I go, oh, you could have turned around. My dad requests that I do that
That
joke
was just
all
so
the
classic.
time.
See, and
It's
my
his
parents have
favorite.
had that same argument. Maybe not for the long.
Yeah, it's long, but yeah.
Maybe it's just a couple exits, but it
Yeah.
happens, and so
Yeah.
it's so funny. The way it worked out was so good.
Yeah.
So January 28th.
January 28th.
It is the two
Dun-dun-dun.
nicest people
Thank
Thank you.
in the roast battle
Yeah.
tournament going against each other. The battle of the teddy bears. I am I'm so excited for this one because I know for a fact we are not going to get a whole bunch of fat jokes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean-
Unless they
Yes.
both go heel
Yeah.
and all
Right,
they do
right,
is fat jokes at each other.
Right.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It would be.
Crazy.
Well, and I
Yeah.
think if we did do it,
Yeah.
I think we could come from an angle where it's not punching down.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
don't you hate it when?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to sneak a
this
piece of cake
happen? Yeah.
from the plastic one that you have to do it like from HEB, and it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's the loudest thing you've ever heard in your life. You're like, could I just get this
I want
quietly?
Yeah.
one forkful, god dang it.
Yeah, I
Or
just
something.
wanted to take a bite, and now everyone knows.
Or
yeah.
like I had talked about, like if we did how you and Sam had your cool video.
yeah, I
Like,
do
if we
want to try
did
and do
one
videos.
Where we're trying to come up with a premise.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, can you believe all those people made all these fat jokes? And then we cut to us getting fast food
Yeah.
or something and just play into it.
I like
a
the
couple
idea of,
times.
like,
Why
the
the heck?
food
Why
just
the
to-
heck would they be saying that
yeah,
about
I know.
us?
And then
Yeah.
here we are eating some.
Like, I don't know where they would get that idea from. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Or
guys should
just
do
play
it
with it,
like
but-
you guys are ordering food. Can I get a 4 double cheese? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Did you want something?
I just want to. Yeah. Like, oh, thank you. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that'd be
Right,
funny.
yeah.
And that'd be
Pretty
good content just to put
Yeah.
out in general.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We're gonna have to
Uh,
get there and film some stuff.
So
It'll
I
be
was
fun.
hoping that you and Albert were gonna, and I know you guys had
Oh,
planned.
we
It just
tried.
it was
and
hard
then-
because he lives in Beeville.
Yeah,
and all.
he's
So,
new, and it was the Christmas season,
Right.
and
Yeah.
right.
he had just with his mom once again. So
Sure.
sorry.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, sorry.
Can I
about
say
that.
one more thing about your roast battle with Albert?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
All right, as soon as you pulled out that book
Okay.
of him,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what he did up to that point. He could have been like killing it.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
He was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that book was so good because I got to read it afterwards.
Oh,
too.
you get to read it after.
Oh,
See
nice.
all the
Yeah.
pictures, and I saw
Oh.
like whenever he had his head down, it had the bald spot on there.
Yeah.
It was so fucking funny, dude.
So
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
So
Yeah.
good, man.
I wanted it to look nice, and
Right.
so I made sure I put some effort in it. And yeah.
That's freaking
So was
awesome,
your
man.
idea to always give them the people that you did things for?
I mean, originally, yeah. So
Cool.
for Sam, I was like, oh, I'll let him have it. Maybe he'll like it. And
Yeah.
then I gave
You
it to
still have it?
Rowan. He didn't
Oh,
seem like
nice.
he liked it as much, but I knew Albert would probably like the book. So
Yeah.
my intent this time, I remembered to take photos of it because
Okay.
the last 2 times I did not take any photos.
Oh.
And I gave it away, and I'm like,
okay.
well, it's gone now.
Ah.
And I was like, oops. And
Yeah.
so this time I have a photo of it. And like, luckily with Sam, I got to take a photo of him with it. So that was
Yeah, that
nice.
was cool.
Yeah. So I have like photos of the book on my phone. So I was going to I have him take TikTok. I hadn't released yet because I didn't want to release it before the roast.
Nice.
And I need to put it out there now. I forgot about it. But yeah. And so I was like,
How are y'all?
Mm.
Are y'all approaching this one differently? Since it is, y'all know that what
I feel
not
like we're being
to
a lot more
expect.
collaborative
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
than since the other ones, I think.
That's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I like. So
I know, like
Through-
with Bobby, I feel like you've been picking a lot of fight, and that you've done it, but I feel like yours have been a lot more fighty. But I'm like, I like to save it all for the stage. So I'm just like, I was like, this is where it's
Right.
gonna really count. I just want
Yeah.
to play and have fun. That's
Yeah.
why I'm here.
Yeah.
well, I know
Yeah.
that the last because man, this has been a long 4 or 5 months since we
Yeah.
started. So I know that open mics and shows that I've been on,
Mhm.
I've kind of been holding things that I had planned that I've
Yeah.
already written that I thought I would talk about.
Yeah.
Especially if I would have already been eliminated.
yeah.
Where they're like how you talked about your self-deprecating jokes
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
like there's things that I want to talk about, but I didn't want
You're
to
holding
give
off
anybody
on
sure.
it because of
like,
ammo.
I don't want them to get the laughs that I'm anticipating,
Oh, okay.
you know, or hoping for, and stuff. So
Don't want to give
there's-
them new material
yeah.
to work with.
So yeah, because I do have 3 faults.
yeah.
I'm like, whatever, do
Yeah.
your best. I'm like, good luck. I'm like, good luck, do your
Well,
best.
that's good.
Yeah.
But no, so
Yeah.
once we're done, then it'll be it. Are you
Nice.
planning on doing it next year, if win or lose?
I don't know. So part
I
of me
feel like the winner should.
I know the mess surprise part of me is if I win, I almost want to be a douche and be like, winning on top, never coming back. But I know it'd be more fair to come back.
It'd
So
be
I think I
cool.
would.
It'd be cool
Well,
if you
yeah.
didn't,
Yeah.
and every winner for like 4 don't,
Yeah.
and
Come
then you
together.
do like a battle
Like
of the
a
All
quarter
Stars.
quell.
That would be pretty cool.
Like the
Yeah,
Hunger
quarter
Games?
Quell, yeah, I like
Nice.
that.
Yeah, like the battle of the
Yeah.
All Stars.
But
Yeah.
even Joe was like, "You do it again, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess so. It's been
Well,
really
and I
fun."
think then this
Yeah.
next one maybe we'll see what Joe does with because Adrian didn't get to perform this last one, and
Yeah.
Roland.
I think he's
where-
saving them for
I
the next
haven't-
Well,
one.
I think he might have missed.
I haven't
know.
performed in
missed-
4 freaking months on that
Oh.
mic.
See, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Even
I mean,
after
but-
we
but-
after
To
we did
his-
the
to one
exhibition.
defense, you weren't here this month. I was like,
Yeah, but we did the exhibition.
yeah.
I won. Ronnie got the guest spot, and I
Well,
did.
that's the way it's.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's the way it is for us.
Yeah,
Losers
but-
are supposed to go up.
But I didn't advance. It should have been both of us getting guest
Oh,
spots.
That's
you're
true.
right.
You're
yeah,
right,
that's
you're
your
right.
point. Yeah,
We kind of
Yeah.
did a favor by doing
Sure.
the freaking first
Yeah.
one.
right.
So
And y'all's.
You can just bring it up with Joe.
It
You
was
might have
fun,
forgotten.
one
man.
day. You guys
he's
only
got a
had a
lot.
day.
yeah,
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 that
we
worked
did that
out.
on 24-hour notice. So.
Yeah, because who fucking screwed the pooch there? Your body.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Damn, he's already starting.
And I
He's
was gonna
already
say,
starting.
Your body
Damn,
with the
here
roast,
it
I feel like
goes.
are really helping you. You're getting a lot more confident on stage, but maybe it's too much now. We'll see how it is. Yeah.
Well, you've always carried yourself with a nice, calm demeanor. So
Oh, thank you.
I think you know.
you know I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
I did offer. I was like, hey, I'm in the hospital. I'm sorry. Do you want to tap out? I was like, I'm willing. I understand. But Sam was like, no, I want to though.
But you
no, I
know-
feel like we almost regret because remember with the videos, people kept getting more excited. We're like, I think we've made a
Yeah.
mistake. Like, there's other people roasting each other. Please stop looking at us. Yeah.
Y'all's videos were cool.
I will say
Yeah.
y'all's roast battle.
Yeah.
probably
Wait,
the
wait,
best.
wait, 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 because I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I want to get everybody a round table doing
Okay.
best and worst.
Oh, shut
Of
the
the
fuck up
whole-
and sit down.
Yeah, because I want to do that.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
really looking forward to y'all's. Any last
Awesome.
minute things I want to say about y'all's roast battle?
You're going down.
I was
No,
like,
it's
shit.
gonna be fun.
It's gonna be
I
fun,
think.
yeah.
I think, like we talked about,
Yeah.
it's gonna be more collaborative. We're gonna have. I'm gonna have more jokes about Corynne that you probably hadn't heard because
Yeah.
there's so much more. To her
I would like
life.
to think
and,
there's more to me than my weight. You know, I would hope,
exactly.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
mean, so there's things, and just the stuff that we talked about today. I think.
Yeah. I'm
you know,
interested
if
to
you
see
looked
what Elise is going to draw for you now. I'm like, oh,
Well,
I'll
I
get
was
a
so
portrait.
glad.
I was like, ooh, I'll get a portrait now this time. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
luckily, I had kind of talked about it, and so Elisa kind of volunteered.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, I think I might need to help you, do
Yeah.
something. I'm like, thank you so much, Elisa, because I didn't want to ask. And then you
want
go,
to have the stick figure
Dad,
drawing like
right.
Roland?
Corinne's my girl. I can't do anything to go against her.
Aw.
do you
One
already know
artist
what you're gonna
does-
do for him?
No, actually, I'm still working on it.
Nice.
I'm still trying to- I
Nice,
like them all to be
nice.
different, so that's the harder part. Is
Yeah.
I don't want them all to be the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
like
that's
a
one of the
caricature,
big
want to post
sticker.
a book.
Are you gonna make a Bobby sticker?
I don't
big
know.
Bobby
I haven't
sticker?
decided yet. We'll see.
There's not enough of adhesive.
So since we're already at the finals, I think it's safe to do a best and worst of this roast
Okay.
tournament.
Oh, okay, okay.
We'll start with Ronnie, or start with Sam, Uncle Sam.
yeah.
Who do you think was the best roast? And y'all can say yourselves as y'all want. Best roast and worst roast of the tournament.
I mean, yeah. Me and Corynne, I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard to argue. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
we had it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it
had
was
some
it was
fun.
magical, Sam.
It was
magical.
a shame that
Yeah.
either one of you had to lose.
They
and
say it's a
that it was
dance,
so
and I
early.
think we did
Yeah.
a dance. It was very nice.
Worst, Jen and Albert.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that was just a
that
train
was
wreck.
rough.
That was pretty
Yeah,
cool. I
that
was
was
thinking that one
pretty freaking
maybe.
rough.
Train wreck.
And I think both of them could have done so much better.
Yeah.
And then obviously what happened. But
Yeah.
I think, there was in that roast too, there was so many times things were brought up too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the pedophilia does not go over in
pedophile,
Corpus, it
pedophile,
seems.
pedophile,
It's like, dude,
pedophile,
yeah.
pedophile.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
off-putting. Like,
Oh, wait, it's supposed to be Ronnie's turn, right?
Yeah,
For the-
Ronnie, what's
Sorry.
We're good. We're good.
no, it is. We
Yeah,
are doing that.
We're
All
doing
right.
it around.
I'm gonna
yeah.
say best roast battle, rap battle.
Best rap battle. Nah.
Y'all two.
Yeah.
I think it was
Well,
literally
thank you.
that one toss up between
Yeah.
who won.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
could have
Just
been.
how
I
I mean,
feel
I was
about it.
sweating during the applause
Like-
video. I was like, I don't know where this is
Yeah,
going.
I think
'cause-
either one of y'all can advance and done, just as great as you've done so
Yeah.
far in the
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure
worst
they regret
one?
pairing this up so soon, Sam, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Now they
no,
know
you
for
guys set
next
the
time.
standard for
Yeah.
sure.
Worst one, Jen and Albert. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That
It's
one was
unanimous
just
so
like-
far.
Yeah.
Unanimous
Yeah.
so far.
Wait, is that the one where they did like a halftime? Like
Yeah,
shit,
because she had to
Yeah.
throw up.
she
Yeah.
did throw-
in a morning sickness way.
Yeah.
Was that what it was? You heard it here no,
yeah.
Corinne?
first.
So Ronnie's first. It does sound terrible, but I do think the one with Sam and me was the best. It was.
Yeah.
I feel like we had the best laughs, and like it was the
Ugh,
most
how
fun.
conceited.
And I know. I'm sorry, but just and then as for worst, I really do. I feel like it is tied between the Jen Hour and the one with Adrian, just because the pedophile and the weight jokes.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
7 pedophilia jokes and 10 fat jokes. It's
Yeah.
like 10 round.
And just because like how he didn't even give like little pauses for people to try and figure out the joke, he did them too rapid fire. So I'm like, which I will admit I do that all the time. I talk too fast.
Well, sometimes
and I get excited, but I'm like, give him a second. You're not letting me even think about the one you just said.
Right.
And I don't remember if they were cohesive. I think they were.
No, I think
or they
some
weren't.
of them were, but there were several that went, different topics. And so it's like, dude, those you're not building those.
Yeah.
It's not the way the rule is, or any interpretation of the rule.
Back then, they didn't have the rule yet.
Well, no. We did. See, I totally remember when we first met at TAP. We talked about stuff.
I didn't go to that one. So, okay.
No, we talked
I only
about
have
that.
what was on the Facebook Messenger.
We pretty much mentioned how it's, one rebuttal, and if you want to rebut, you can. If not, then you just go to yours. But it was like, known that you're not going to be able to say 3-4 different things, and then I think at the time, somebody had brought up, well, should we just have 20 or 30 seconds? You could say what you can in this amount of time.
Yeah.
Boom, you're done. Then we move on to a rebuttal or the other person. So there was talk, and so it was kind of known. But it being a first, Joe wasn't being, fucking just killing everybody
because he's doing it. A lot of people have been saying they wanted to do a roast.
Shout out to Joe because they're for the longest time.
Ever since that one, I was too early for Hobby Lunas. I never got to hear about it.
Yeah.
But ever since they're like, we should do a roast, we should do it. At least he did it. He's done it, and I do think
shout out to Joe for that.
I just wish we had it more than once a month.
Yeah.
Like if we had it twice a month, where we had multiple battles. Like if it was just all the same 12, and then we have the first half, and then the next people move on to the next day, or like if we do it
truthfully,
like the open
I would
mic,
even take it like I would have loved to face you the same night. So that way,
you're right.
Just prep for both of them.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
We have a lot of time.
Yeah,
been that hard.
I totally agree.
Hi, Jake.
Take it easy, Jake.
Yeah.
So I agree, and so it's a great thing for Joe to have done it. I think he went about it thinking it's a kumbaya, bring everybody together. And sometimes it's not that.
Yeah.
I've
been trying to keep it that way.
Some people get a little,
But I do have to say, it is hard for him too. Because
so
like
that's
I said,
that's the reason I didn't sign up.
Oh, okay.
Because I know my temper and I know how I get
competitive,
and I know how competitive I am. Yo, I'm the nicest guy in the world until you give me a reason to not be.
You always do good with me being mean to you.
But I'll have like a nice version of fucking with people on. But then if you say something, I'll have a fucked up set of shit that I'm gonna say. So that's why I didn't do it the first time. But then after me and Ronnie did it, I was like, that was a lot of fun. So
it's a lot of fun. It is. Yeah.
So my
what are yours?
best roast battle. I can't say ours because it was an exhibition, but being on a 24-hour notice, I feel like we did a good job. But I think it's going to be unanimous on both for all of us. It's definitely you and Uncle Sam were the best.
Sorry, Bobby.
And the worst.
I mean,
the worst was definitely.
Because he didn't have.
That was the closest too.
For sure.
That was the closest.
Good opponent makes it a lot more fun.
I told Sam after, I go, dude, if you would have had 3 more people, or at that time too. I did not know that it didn't make a difference where you were in the crowd. I really thought it was an advantage to have my family closer.
No, it 100% is.
Well, no. Well, they've done it. No.
I tested it, and I know for a fact.
Well, Joe also did a test after that.
The last roast battle, he has the front half cheer, the middle half cheer, and the back half cheer.
All I know is I cheered from the side of the stage, and it went way louder than it was supposed to.
Okay. I do think technically if you're right next to it, it's almost like being on the stage. That's a valid.
So,
but like,
when he cheered, he was like, "Go J Everett!"
But Sam also had a lot of family he didn't even know was coming. Like his own parents were there, and he did not know.
Well, like I was saying, like if your brother or your cousin, or if he was, because he was towards the back, because he came in late. I was like, man, if he would have been, closer up, it might have made a difference.
I got to meet your brother.
Because he was loud. He was all about cheering for you. That was awesome.
Sam, can I drop your backstage thing? Is that okay? Okay. So, like I said, I keep having incidents with the comics after we get off the stage. So I made several jokes about his ex-wife, how I'm gonna date her, right? Oh. And so as soon as we get off stage, she goes, well, now my parents know my wife is gay. And I was like, you said nothing was off bounds. And when
They didn't know.
He didn't know. But he's never brought
For
it up
6
to
months,
them.
you've been talking about this is my watch.
Yeah, I know. And so I was like, tell them I was lying. And when I did my I did a video after too, where it was like a boxing match, and I was like, how do you feel? And I cut one part out because I didn't want to message you all late at night because Cody was like, how does it feel to out Sam's wife to his parents? I was like, I didn't know. No comments. He said it was fair ground.
Oh, that was so cute too. By the way, you
That's
have
so
the,
funny.
like, the flashing.
Yeah.
The paparazzi was all there. I love those
Thank
videos.
you, yeah. It's fun.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask, dude.
Oh.
Do you think it would have been worse if it was like a woman or a black guy, dude? I don't know if I've ever asked.
Which part?
Or like maybe for your parents. Like, hey, dude.
Oh.
You know.
And would you still have wanted to watch?
Oh,
That's
God.
the better question.
Ronnie's already with the roast jokes.
Yeah.
Roast.
Are we about to learn something new about Sam? Let's find out.
No comment.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
Audio difficulties.
Ronnie, Sam goes, what I haven't said was, it was a black woman.
Right?
So it means I would have had a
Trans
chance.
women are women.
It was a trans black woman.
That's what they're.
Yeah.
This has been brought
Talk
to
to
you
the
by
hand,
Disney.
Felicia. You know which hand.
But no, that's so yeah, and then worse, same thing. Albert and Jen.
I don't know
Yeah.
if the halftime in the middle of like their battle, it kind of broke momentum too. And
There
it
wasn't
seemed like
momentum. There wasn't any
Yeah,
momentum in that battle at all.
I think
It's the fact that everybody, all the comedians already had the mindset that if Tim was there, he would have advanced.
His
So all of us already thought that.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if Jen just didn't do her homework and didn't.
and she jokes about I should start, but I don't know if
Yeah.
she was being truthful or.
Also,
And
I
it
saw
is
that
kind of
with
hard
Albert
to write
too.
about
I
Beville
saw that with
too.
Albert too, because in the
Yeah.
back, I saw Joe walking by and I heard him go 10 rounds, and I was like, "Oh, that's not good." I was like, "That's not good." Then I heard him go,
Oh,
10
that's
rounds.
classic.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
"What?" I was like, "That
And it's
doesn't-"
hard when you don't know the comedian.
Yeah.
Like that's what helped really well with me and Ronnie is we know each other super
yeah.
well.
It's better
So
if you know each other. Yeah.
Yeah. That
so
makes
this
sense.
is gonna
and I'll make shit up too. I don't
yeah,
have a problem
yeah,
with that.
for
You
sure.
can make up a little. It's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think that definitely I'm on board with you guys. As much as I want to say every one
Team
of mine were
Marshmallow
my
Roast,
favorites
yeah.
and everything,
Yeah.
y'all's was very, it was so close, and I thought each of y'all's roasts were freaking spot on. It was so good. Even you had, I think, 3 fat jokes or 3 bigger jokes. The way you worded them was just awesome. I mean, it wasn't like punching down. It wasn't just.
Oh, Precious. Precious, the way you did that
Oh,
was
low
really
line
good.
Yeah, that was really
and then
good.
the
Yeah.
other, the way you
Low
said it,
hanging
the way
fruit
you-
was really good.
Right.
Yeah.
So all of those I thought came at it so differently.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as if it was just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So that one, and then the way you guys seemed like you have the mutual respect and everything, and you worked well against each other
Yeah.
in the videos and the different things leading up to it, and then you didn't freaking fall flat. It
And
was
you know what's
awesome.
funny? I think since the roast, 2 of the other comics at least touched on one of your jokes each. Like Rowan made a job of the hot one, like you did, and then Albert brought up the Mucinex, like Sam did, which I
See,
thought
and
was,
that was, you're
that's
right.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you, Sam. Yeah. No, but Albert did a Mucinex one too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So his-
Rowan, I thought you did the Mucinex too. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, we did the job of the hut one like you did first.
So that
Yeah.
would be, my favorite was y'all's. And then I think Jen and Albert's, I thought Jen had too many pedophilia jokes
Yeah.
for Tim, and Tim wasn't there. And then again, it came back to
But
the
man,
same kind
with
of
that
things
Joe
against
Dirt
Albert.
joke, she almost won me. She was winning me over with that one. She
Yeah.
was just getting the momentum.
Yeah.
Because doing the whole line was killing. Because I love that movie.
Yeah.
And I was not ready for that. I was like, I didn't notice. I was like, he does look like that guy. It was killing me. But then when she had to run off, it really. I was
Yeah.
like, no. And
Yeah.
I feel like
I thought she did do
it
a lot
really
better
helped
than-
us learn a lot, though. Now you know, like, just die on the stage. It's
Yeah,
better.
for
Like,
sure.
Right.
just like, yeah. Because when I was like, I feel like pee on the stage, you're gonna have to wet yourself.
Right,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
This is my dedication.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
But I really feel, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Tim being,
oh, I know. I feel
we
so bad
both
too.
had gone into it like we had said, bucket list. We're newer comics on the scene.
Yeah.
We wanted to get this under our belts and everything. And then we kind of, daydreaming, like, how cool would it be,
Yeah.
to go far. And then he gets COVID the day before, second day before, or 2 days before his thing.
Maybe
and
Tim will be the
I
dark
did
horse
tell
next
Tim
year.
he should have wore a mask. I did.
Yeah.
Well, and then Tina La Cochina said that too. You know, but we talk into the same mics and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
true.
I have immunocompromised. I was like, I won't be
Yeah,
there.
right.
No,
if
I
Tim's
meant
there. Yeah.
before he caught COVID.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
So January 28th is going to be
Yes.
Bobby Peña the third versus Corynne the artist.
Yeah.
Also, this is supposed to be a surprise, but fuck it. This is gonna come out the Monday before that. That's Wednesday the 28th. So me and Ronnie are gonna run it back. We're having a rematch.
Oh,
January
exciting.
28th.
The audience has spoken.
Ronnie,
Nobody
did you
was
know about
supposed to
this?
know that.
Okay.
Nobody was
cool.
supposed to know
Now
that. So
everybody
pretend y'all
knows.
don't know that.
Nice. Is it
Uh,
going to be all
China knows.
different roasts?
Different
It's
Yeah.
gonna be the same exact.
It's gonna
show.
be the
thing.
same
So
exact.
act
But we're gonna
surprised.
swap.
You better act surprised.
Act surprised.
I will.
No,
we
so
will.
Been
me
with
and,
that,
What?
yeah.
me and Ronnie are gonna be in a rematch
Nice.
on
Oh,
exhibition.
nice.
Very
Exciting.
That's if I don't get kicked off for the shit that I
and
said
then-
about
Yeah, you were
and
pretty
then
I
strong
did
early
shit
on.
Sweet Tea
talker.
are competing again also, remember?
Sweet Tea and Albert are
Oh, yeah,
competing
for
for third and fourth
Third
place.
and fourth place, yeah.
But
Very
yeah, if I don't get kicked off for the shit that I said earlier in the podcast, which I probably will. Oh well.
Sometimes being controversial helps with ratings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to have some
But
rivalry.
I'm
yeah.
excited. My
Nice,
boy,
that's
me
awesome,
and
guys.
Ronnie, we've been hanging out a lot
Yeah.
recently
Word on the street
with
is
with
it's a
the
good thing you
fireworks
got a
stand and
girlfriend now.
everything. So so yeah, we're gonna run it back and it's gonna be
Woohoo.
fun, man.
Yeah,
That's
And now we have
exciting.
way more than the 24 hours
Right.
Yeah.
to write. So I'm excited to see what we
Hell
come
yeah,
up
that's
with.
awesome.
it was my first time doing a roast battle.
My first time doing a
Okay.
roast
not our
at
bad.
all.
That,
And have
that
you
cherry's been
before?
popped.
No, this is my first roast
mine
battle.
Too, my
yeah.
first.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
now we have the experience under our belt.
Woohoo.
We're gonna have more than 24 hours to
Awesome.
write.
And-
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
should be.
go throw up in the middle of it. I'm telling you now. dude.
I think I'm gonna
How have we
pull.
not had one of those yet?
I'm gonna pull an Ari Shafir and shit on stage.
Oh my gosh.
I was
And
gonna say,
and a Bobby
please
Lee and
keep your
pull my
pants on,
tiny dick
guys.
out.
Okay, but no.
Corinne's gonna whip her dick out. You know, we're all having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, man. January 28th,
Awesome.
come out to the House of Rock. Do y'all have any other shows after January 26th that y'all want to talk about?
Not yet.
Nothing
Not
yet?
for me, yeah.
I'm hosting the next week at Mesquite Street. I'll be the
Okay.
host of the open mic. And then I'll be going up to San Antonio March 1st. But in February, I think it's the Valentine's weekend.
Okay.
So one of the mics up there.
Okay.
But I'll let you know soon.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Ronnie, you got anything coming up?
February 5th, I'm hosting Mesquite Street.
Nice.
Yeah.
Opening
Ooh,
Black
nice.
History Month with,
Yeah.
second blackest guy in Corpus.
Let's go.
Ooh, yeah.
Sam, you got anything coming up? Nothing? All right. I got January 31st. So this Saturday, right? January 31st is a Saturday?
I think so. Wednesday,
Maybe.
28, 29.
Yeah, January
Yeah.
31st, Saturday in San Antonio. I'll be hosting the Artisan Laughs on the Rock
Oh,
show.
hell yeah.
Ooh,
I know
exciting.
Jay's on that show. I want to say Anna's on that show.
Is that going to be one of the last ones?
It's the
Because that-
last one. It's the last
Wow.
one. They are shutting
There?
down in February.
Shut up. Because
February
they use
5th is
AI artwork.
I don't know.
All
I
the
don't
artists
know.
in the world
Oh,
jinxed
yeah,
them.
we do. I
I
was
don't
like,
know.
yeah. I
But
was like, I
yeah.
just about Bobby. I was like, he can't be on an EA. I know his daughter would kill him if he
Oh
was
my
on an AI
gosh.
poster.
She
Yeah.
gets mad if I just like one of the posts from one
Don't
of the
be.
places
Yeah.
that use AI.
Mm-hmm.
No, so that's going to be the last one. I'm going to be hosting it.
Oh, that's
It's in
cool.
San
What's that?
Antonio. Shout out to Adrian Van Dang and Flash Labs for having me on that. There's a really big band that I've been a fan of since I was a little kid
Oh, cool.
called Upon a Burning Body.
Oh, nice.
They're from San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
We went to go see them at the House of Rock. I became friends with them and told them I was a comedian and everything. Their bass player and the guitarist followed me on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
They both said they were going to go to that show. So supposedly two
Maybe
members
take
of
the road on the.
Upon a Burning Body are
show
going
on
to
the road.
come out, and they want to come out on the podcast.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
we're going
That's
to do
awesome.
that. And then as of right now, I'm on the, of course, the 28th with y'all on the House of Rock. As of right now, I'm on a Valentine's Day show, but I do have a girlfriend now, and it's our first Valentine's Day together. So
Ah.
I don't know if I may pull out of that one. But as of right now,
You better
at
pull out.
Urini's on Valentine's Day, I'm going to be on that.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Oh, did you want us to do our social
And then on
medias?
the other side, we're gonna do the social
Okay.
medias. And then so we're gonna do that. This is already to come out by then, but I am filming this podcast live at a wrestling event January 17th.
Oh,
Nice.
That's
So there's
awesome.
The one
potential.
at the Holiday Inn.
No, it's actually I need to find out the location.
Okay.
But I'm very freaking excited, man.
Congratulations.
January
Aw,
17th,
heck
the
yeah.
podcast is going to be on the road. Uncle Sam's going to be with me there.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about that.
You should be.
And yeah, we got some big things coming up with the
Sweet.
podcast, some
This is
big
gonna be
things
a-
in comedy.
This is going to be a big year for all of us, I think.
Yeah, I'm
I
excited.
think we got a
man.
lot of momentum.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of more cohesive.
And
Even
everybody's
though you blowing
grinding and
things up early-
pushing,
Yeah.
bro. Everybody's pushing
are,
and
and I think-
grinding.
I think with what we're doing with the Corpus Christi comedy,
One-
.com and stuff, and everybody getting more involved in their social medias, because a lot of people have come up to me and talked about how they don't share their flyers as often as they should.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the day of and the day before, it's not enough nowadays.
yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta
Everybody
share
needs
that.
the top of the mind awareness. Not everybody gets on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok every day. So if they
Yeah.
don't see it when, you posting, obviously don't have to do it every day, but it's got to be
Yeah.
more. We got to be, more out there.
Yeah, and I've gotten bad about. I need to start posting more social media
Well,
stuff.
dude, you were on fire with your TikTok videos and stuff.
The
Getting like
thing with it-
thousands of views.
And now I'm still posting them.
Okay.
The ones that I've been posting, I'm still getting anywhere from like 1 to 1,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one Corpus, dude. Shout out to Corpus Christi podcast, bro.
Yeah.
That one clip that I was talking about, the Corpus Christi scene and the different industries, it just hit
Yeah.
100,000.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It just hit
And
100,000
they use
views.
little clips of
Yeah.
different little spots of yours, like
Yeah.
little 5, 10, 15 second,
Yeah,
or like, little,
there's one of
yeah.
us talking about
Gotta-
Uncle
well, you got to
Sam.
talk about Uncle Sam.
Yeah, man.
Don't
Yeah,
forget.
so
Yeah.
but yeah,
And then
so
shout out Ronnie and then
Yeah.
other ones like that
Yeah.
coming up. I'm like,
The
hell
thing-
yeah.
the thing
And
that's
Jesus is just
Jesus has been
been on
killing
the
it.
scene and he's such a
Yeah.
good supporter too. That's
He's been
awesome.
coming out and
Yeah.
doing some
Yeah.
doing the mic. So shout out to Jesus.
Yeah, he was
The
there
only
last
thing
night
that
too.
Nice, yeah.
The only thing that annoys me is having to come up with captions,
Oh,
coming up with the hashtags, doing all of that portion of it.
Sure.
All that
Yeah.
legwork is annoying.
yeah. We
really
need.
hard.
Because filming it is fun, but then having to put on the closed captioning
Oh,
and then
yeah.
correcting it.
We need
and
to get
then-
some interns.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
We
dude,
need
the way
to
my name
go
is
and
spelled, I have to
stroll
watch
the
every
university
single
or
caption.
college
It's always like,
campus
Yeah.
for when
See if
I
anybody
had mine, it
wants
was
to
all Karen or Korean.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
And then with this,
Yeah.
like, I want to put more clips of this out.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's so freaking annoying to go through the whole podcast because when I edit it, I hear it like 10 times.
Yeah.
I've
Oh.
heard the podcast like 10 times already.
Yeah.
And I have to go again and edit the clips
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then screen record, cut it down, do this, do that. It's like,
It's
it's
a lot.
just
Sure.
I wonder if it's
draining.
good for you to do like more like as you're going through, like mark that part, duplicate it,
I think
save
so.
it. I think that have
I'm
to
going
be
to
the
start
best
writing
way.
down. I'm
Yeah.
going to start writing
Oh.
down too. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
y'all want to plug y'all social medias, guys? Ronnie?
Okay.
Or Bulky Sam? Let's start with Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
All right, Bulky Sam on all social media for Uncle Sam.
Yes.
Ronnie?
OMG Ronnie 69 on all, basically on all platforms almost.
Hell yeah,
Nice.
he's been putting out some really good
Yeah.
some good clips and everything on his Instagram stories, and he's starting to do more TikToks and everything too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Miss
Mine
Corynne,
is
the artist.
Corynne the artist, and that's spelled Corynne. The artist on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My TikTok has my comedy and actual some of my art because I didn't feel like separating it. So yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
hell
That's
yeah.
good and smart.
Yeah.
Because mine are like on Facebook, it's Bobby Peña 3
Yeah.
Roman numerals,
Yeah.
and then I also have. I was told maybe do comedy pages,
Yeah.
which is good, but then I only have 400 followers on one. I was like,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like you got
Yeah.
1,200 followers on one, and it feels good,
Yeah.
and you get more and everything's like that. And we have 3,100 on the CorpusChristiComedy.com site, which is great, and that is riding up. So that's good. Those are my main ones, but
Oh, and
I'm
you
on
see-
TikTok as Bobby Peña 3. You can find me, but that one is they call me Babaloo. So that would be the
yeah.
way to find that one. And then on Instagram, it's Bobby Peña or Bobby Peña 3 comedy.
And I'm gonna put all their social medias
sweet.
in the description as well.
Yes.
Yeah, people were telling me that I should do a comedy page on Facebook, but I already have like almost 4,000
See, and I
followers
think
on my
that-
personal.
Yeah.
And if you're not
So-
putting your parent, your dinners with parents and
Yeah.
different kinds of things like that, because that's what a lot of mine on the Bobby Peña 3 Facebook,
Yeah.
it's got stuff when Sherry and I go,
Yeah.
and do something
Yeah.
fun like with the
Yeah.
kids and stuff. So some of the people who are following me just for comedy,
Yeah.
I don't want them to be alienated, but
Yeah.
you
I feel
know,
you.
but it's like one of those kind of catch
Yeah,
22s right
absolutely.
now until you pop off and
Yeah.
get a.
I mean,
bunch of
Instagram and my Facebook, I made the other pages, and I don't know how I feel about it. For the Facebook, I just felt bad, though, because I didn't want to look up Corynne Olivia Lopez. I don't use my whole name on there.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything wrong with it, but I was like, I don't know, I enjoyed doing Corynne the Artist. It's fun.
Yeah.
So I was like,
for sure.
so I want them to be able to just type in one thing and find it. So I was like,
Cedric the
Definitely.
Entertainer.
yeah.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
I love it.
And then on mine, you can find me at Chris Longoria Comedy on Instagram, TikTok. You can find me Chris Longoria Comedy on YouTube,
Not Christian.
Facebook, Chris Longoria.
Yeah.
Nice.
Follow That Dude Talks on Instagram.
Awesome.
Chris Longoria Comedy on YouTube. I always say this,
Uh-oh.
but I don't know why I say this because the only way they're watching this podcast
Well, I thought you
is
said,
on YouTube.
I thought you said one day you're
so-
going to put it on
Yeah,
Spotify.
I'm gonna put-
right?
Yeah.
I'm already actually starting to work on putting it on Spotify
Nice.
because I found out Spotify has video now.
Oh, yeah,
So
they
I'm
do.
looking at doing Spotify
Oh, very
video.
cool.
This is eventually going to be available on all platforms, so look out for
Awesome.
that soon. Shout out my sponsors. Look up Belleeah's for Belleeah's Apples and Treats.
Dude, their
on
treats
Facebook.
are on point.
I'm glad you
went-
liked
yes,
them. I'm glad you
yes.
tried them, man.
Ah,
And then of course Julios EasyStop on Facebook as
you
well.
can't go wrong. Anything that they
Yeah.
serve over there is delicious.
Absolutely, the
They
fry
have such
pie.
big supporters.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's about
Awesome.
it, guys.
Thanks so much for
y'all.
having.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks for having us.
thank y'all for coming, guys.
Yeah, it's a
Happy to
blast.
finally have you on it.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back, Corynne.
Woohoo.
Thank you.
It's gonna be
Uh,
fun, Corinne.
I know,
Ronnie
I'm
and Sam,
excited.
as always, love you guys.
Yeah.
Good to see y'all.
I'll see you on the next episode.
Woohoo.
Peace.
Nice.